Keep Fear Games.
And that's one of the downsides of this table. Because we're in the walkway. Correction, I'm in the walkway. But no. Alright, what I've decided to kind of do for experience points. Basically, I'm going to give you experience points for what you do. So, like, if you die, I'm not going to make you lose a level. I'm just going to have you restart that level just without the experience points. And so, if, like, you missed anything, or if, like, let's say, because I had problems in, like, Dragon Heist, when, like, 5 out of 6 of the players want to go, like, loot the manor. And the book says, alright, if the group loots the manor, they all level up. Well, that means the law-abiding citizen at the tavern is leveled up for nothing. So I had a problem with that morally. So if like 3 of you go off and do the adventure and like the other 2 decide, no, we're going to sit at the bar, I'm not going to give the bartenders or the bar patrons experience points.
I had a section that was like that where me and one other person were like the smart people that decided to just stay in town and question the citizens, while the other 3 decided to go out and hunt down a giant monster that ended up giving them enough experience to level up twice. And so then like the rest of the campaign were just 2 levels below everybody else.
Well, see, what I'm also planning on doing is, if you defeat an encounter without combat, I'm still giving you the experience points.
I'm also pretty sure they all lied about their damage because somehow 3 people killed the Tarrasque at level 12, so like I don't think that's possible.
Do you know what edition it was?
It's 5th.
Oh, okay. So on 3.5, that's impossible.
That would be impossible.
Yeah. And in 5th, the Tarrasque has been like nerfed, but he's still pretty beastly. Like, so whenever Blake sits down, if he's gonna be back. So I think he's just got a chair.
Well, I think he said that he was going to be playing over there. But I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure
That's
what's
fine.
going on.
That's fine.
I don't know anymore.
I was about to turn my phone around. Alright, yeah, in like 15 minutes we'll start. Alright. Yeah, that's what I kind of want to try with XP. So I've always just done milestones before. And every time I've tried experience once, I get bored halfway through. And just switch back to milestone. So I want to try
The
XP.
idea of experience points, as long as it's handled well.
Yeah.
In a way that makes sense.
Yeah. But I've never done an entire campaign with XP, so I want to try it.
Why not?
Oh, you are a lizard man, that's right. I was trying to remember what you were. And it's pronounced Kepesque, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You and his last character are the only ones I was having trouble with.
It's okay.
So I'm trying to get it right.
Yeah, my character's name is pronounced the way it's spelled. Lilith.
I don't know, I was playing Skyrim, I remember, and I was trying to like get all the achievements back on the 360. And I remember I needed the achievement for getting married. And so like, I looked it up and it was like, anybody you've done like their favor for, you get married. And I was like, I was in like Whiterun. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did the favor for that one girl when I brought her the Tusk. I'm like, I'm gonna go marry Yasalata. I know her name now is pronounced Isolda, but I was reading it as it's written as Yasalata. And somebody like watching me, I was like, let's go marry Yasalata. She's like, when they saw the name pop up, I'm like, do you mean Isolda? And I'm like, what? Yeah, you don't pronounce the Y that way. I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense when it comes to Eastergamore. I was really trying to figure his name out.
Yeah, it's a very Norse style of naming.
Well, I was born and raised American, so I'm not that smart.
I just love studying ancient cultures.
The thing is, I have books and books on like mythology because I'm a nerd, but like that doesn't mean I know how to pronounce them correctly unless they come with the section right after the word that
like
tells
a pronunciation guide.
me. Yeah. So whenever you just hand me a word and it's like, pronounce this, I'm going to do my best to Americanize it.
One thing I found is usually if you can find out like the weird pronunciation thing that the culture has, that from like one name, then you can just apply it to other names. Like Greeks, when names end with E, you pronounce the E. Like think Aphrodite. And
Yeah.
so every god or goddess in it, you pronounce the E.
Never thought of that, actually.
It's interesting.
All right. Yeah. If y'all could kind of help get this laid out, that'd be awesome. It needs like 2 of the things on each of the long side.
I was a little confused at first. I'm like, why are we rolling out?
Because
You're in there.
Yep. I want to kind of run this a little bit sandboxy. Never been good at running sandboxes, so I'm giving it a shot. Seeing that you guys are only going to go to level 5 anyways, if it fails, I can just TPK you guys.
Yeah, let's see how long can we get burned to sandboxing.
You're pretty good at that.
I don't mean to. Like,
You're not as good at it as the other person that I know, but that's because they mean to.
I don't try and
Actually,
TPK you guys.
I say that, but he's
Do you have
actually
your player
really
killers
bad
out
at it.
today?
Oh, I forgot my dice in my book today.
Like he builds
So by
encounters
technicality, no.
specifically to TPK our group, and then it's like somehow nobody dies, and it's like, wait.
Now they're right.
It's why I'm convinced everybody's lying about this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how are you using that ability to deal 30 damage to somebody at level 5? That makes no sense.
Is he a barbarian with Great Weapon Master?
No.
Oh, okay. So I know how a barbarian with Great Weapon Master can do that at level 5. So I've seen it done.
Actually, I have a war cleric that I'm convinced he has a stats wrong, and one that I'm running, which is Dragon Heist. And right now they're level 3, and he has 2 attacks, but he's somehow doing 20-something damage with each attack, and I'm very confused as to how.
Yeah. Do you know what class, race, all that? Do you remember? Or?
It's a Dragonborn war cleric.
All right. How's he getting the second attack? Is it through
I think
blessed
that's a war
weapon or?
cleric thing, but like,
I know war clerics are allowed to get like spiritual weapon
right?
to get a second attack, but they don't just outright get extra attack.
I don't
with
know,
it.
I was confused.
And with it being Dragonborn, he doesn't have access to like a Polar Master feat or anything like that.
Yeah.
So. The only way I could see 2 attacks is through spiritual weapon. And if he dumped everything in wisdom, his spiritual weapon would be pretty beast, but I mean, that'd be kind of hard to get to like 10 damage for each weapon.
Well, also
so.
it was like a Humber campaign, so everybody like rolled stats. So like
Yeah.
his stats are also just broken because he like doesn't have a stat below 14. Which
Right.
I specifically said try to have 1 bad stat because I like that.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm very much a stickler for the standard array. Is I love that everybody gets an 8.
I think it's fun to have a negative stat
Yeah.
because it gives you something to roleplay around.
So,
Aha, what?
the elf lady that I'm dragging back, I can actually turn her corpse into one of many objects.
I was actually going to ask you guys what you're doing with the corpses.
Oh yeah, no. For me, I was gonna use my cunning artisan feat, and I was gonna turn her corpse into leather workers' tools.
I'm still not entirely sure what our plan was. Like,
What about his corpse?
His corpse.
Are you bringing that back too, or
No. I didn't kill
you
him.
leaving that out there?
Yeah, I didn't kill him.
Okay.
My character didn't kill him, so he's not gonna bother with it.
I want to take a straw up and see if he has anything else magical on it.
At this level, his spellbook's probably the closest thing to magical he's got. So
Yeah,
I've
but
only-
I'm just meaning my character would do that.
Okay, we gotta get that knocked
Pluck
out.
his eyes out.
For no reason.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring this spell sheet I have, though. Oh, actually,
So I'm gonna
Wrong.
have elvish leatherwork.
I was gonna say, I remember we had a couple of the same spells, and I don't think you can. Can you copy cantrips?
No, cantrips you cannot
Yeah,
copy.
so I would only need your first level spells, and I know we shared 2 of the same one.
Because cantrips are kind of just like your innate magical abilities. So, like
That's
even if
why I asked. I was like, I don't think you can.
even if like you somehow got like imprisoned and like it went a day and you lost your spells, you still have your cantrips.
What do you have?
Which makes spellcasters a little bit more potent at like losing stuff. David, 3 points. I missed. I'm white.
Don't care.
David. I'd opened up to you for like 1 second. And, like, shot me down.
It's okay. It happens a lot.
Like I admitted to you that I was in fact white, and you just didn't care.
It's okay. It happens a lot.
That moment when you throw a paper ball into a trash can and yell Kobe, but deep inside you know you're not really Kobe.
I remember one day I was working in like the back room at Walmart, and this like really cute like black girl brought like this giant bag full of like clothes hangers from the front that had to be thrown into like the plastics and stuff. The problem is our plastics was this giant like makeshift of like metal that like you just crammed it in, and once it got too high you had to start throwing it over the top into it. And it's literally a bag like this big around of coat hangers. So I'm like, all right, I got this. So I was the one that made it do it because I knew everyone said it was because I was tall, but in reality you had to know how to flick your wrist to make it fly up in the air high enough. As I'm swinging it back and forth, it rips itself open as I flick my wrist and just fans out all of the coat hangers. We pick them up, put them in a new bag, and she's like, actually throw it this time. And I'm like, got you. LeBron's, throw it. It goes like 2 feet above me and just lands at my feet. And like one of the other people looked at me, he's like, Jeremy, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to impress a female.
It's not working. Oh man, that's messed up. Pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was fun. As long as you know how to laugh at yourself, you never fail.
Well, none of these are going to be conjuration, so I'd have to pay full price, which I don't remember the rules about that because I don't have my player's handbook.
I don't remember. I tried to pretend for a second.
I want to say it's based on the spell level. I know that.
Yeah, I think being the same class with the spell only reduces the time it costs you, takes you the copy, if I recall.
I thought it knocked the price down by half or something. I thought. Well, that's I played a wizard like one time for a few
For each
sections.
level of the spell,
So I'm not that great with it.
takes 2 hours and 50 gold. Yeah, 2 hours and 50 gold per level.
By the way, yes, I have them.
They're here. Oh boy.
I also have like 3 other D20s to use instead. Actually, 5 other. I always forget all the little ones. Also, I'm going to try using inspiration more often. So if I throw a poker chip at you, that means I liked what you did enough to give you inspiration.
Which, how are you doing inspiration? Is it a D6 or is it advantage?
It's an advantage.
I like to ask because I've played with a DM that does it both ways. That did it both ways. Like I played with one that did it as a D6, like Bardic Inspiration, and then I played it where it's advantage.
Okay, yeah.
I like the advantage more so that you can separate between the two.
Yeah. But yeah, I will want the poker chip back at the end of the night, though. So if you don't use it, you still got to give it
I would
back.
likely just mark the inspiration box and give it back to you.
I'm doing the poker chips mostly for myself, because I forget inspiration is even a thing. So by the poker chips, I can visually see that I have not given anything out yet. All right, what time is it? Somebody tell me.
I don't have my phone.
I buried my phone by accident. 6:20. I want to grab me a drink or 2, and then I'll start for y'all. If anybody wants to fill in what they remember, feel free.
Yeah, we freed the demon thing, and it turns out it was a zombie beholder. And then he vaporized him.
But then vaporized me, just killed
He
him.
just killed him. And then
The
we
paladin.
talked him into flying away. And then we killed the person who was our escape off the island. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that.
Well,
I
technically,
was so confused. I was like,
technically speaking, we couldn't get off the island. Well, how do I put it? The lady who claimed that the crow, the whatever it is, the skeletal bird thing, claimed that we could get off the island. She actually technically wanted to release said zombie beholder, and had like a fetish almost for it. So even if we kept her alive, there was a high. It was unlikely she was going to help us. So when we freed the beholder, she attacked my character. My character proceeded to immediately kill her. So at the moment, the beholder literally just wandered off. We have the sword thing that the paladin took to free the beholder, and my character is currently dragging the corpse of the elf lady back to the boat to turn her into leatherworking tools.
Also, I'm considering the sword as a group item right now. If somebody picks it up or whoever is carrying it, you have to let me know so I can tell you whether or not you actually came.
Gotcha. Well, since she's not here, I guess I'll be carrying the sword.
Okay, because you're lawful, I'll allow you to carry it.
Okay.
That's the ruling I'm going to give is as long as you're good or lawful, I will allow you to wield the sword.
so I
Now,
have no chance to wield it. I'm chaotic.
yeah, you have no chance in the world. So when you actually do pick up the sword, by holding it, it gives you, so far the only magical ability it gives you is the ability to read and speak Celestial.
Ah, okay.
The inscription on the blade is in fact in Celestial, and once of course you pick up the blade, it translates it for you. And I'm going to scroll back to it because I believe it was self-sacrifice will entomb evil forever. I believe it was the inscription. Yeah.
Yeah. I was checking to see if I read it, but I didn't. If I wrote it down because my character did not read it, and I don't think she said it out loud.
Yeah, only one person read it last week and she didn't say it out loud, so. I don't know if she was keeping it as a secret or if she just didn't think to say it, I don't know. But now you have that knowledge as well.
Okay. Good to know.
So you all are on a pirate, or not a pirate ship, definitely a passenger ship. I said there was no cannons. You're on a passenger ship, lost at sea.
Yep, and I'm ripping apart the elf corpse, turning it into leatherworking tools.
How long does that take?
Short rest.
Short rest?
I do have a theory about how we could get off the island. I have a theory that maybe the goo thing that was keeping our ship trapped is going to go away because it was caused by the beholder. That's a theory I have. But he's not trapped on the island. That's what I was thinking was causing it, was him being trapped.
Alright, so I know what you're doing. What are you going to do for about a short rest? Say like an hour or so. What was
I'm
your
going to read
character?
the spell book.
Okay. You're going to read the spell book. For about an hour, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still left. Okay.
Cook, the first mate, and the captain.
Yeah. And we're just going to pretend those two are already there. Unless they want to be with the first mate or something.
I'm just going to see like your reaction because when stuff started happening, only just woke up.
I was going to say you were in the fight and everything. You were just such a small background character. They didn't notice you at the time.
Okay, that works.
So, all right.
You
So,
were in the kitchen.
what is your character doing? Also, describe your character for me, because I don't know if everybody knows what it is.
He's a human fighter and basically a mercenary that's looking for a paycheck.
All right. So what is your mercenary doing for the hour?
I guess keeping an eye out, trying to figure what's going on, or see if you can see anything weird.
All right. Give me a perception check. 16. I will tell you what you see once you tell me your description of your character and what you're doing for the hour.
My character's name is Ymir. She's a ranger half-elf, and I honestly have no idea what's going on.
All right, what happened last week, basically, is everybody was strangers, and the ship came under attack, and like killed most of the crew and turned them into skeletons. They defeated the skeletons, and the next day, the child who was used to be just like the spotter up top, accidentally, maybe kind of sorta, summoned this goo island that they're stuck now. The ship is stuck physically in the island. The island's holding onto it. They traversed the island, and that's when they accidentally unleashed this thing. It's now wandering about the island and trying to find a way off. And you guys are all just kind of like stuck on this ship, trying to figure out a way off as well. As far as your character, anything you want it, like background story or anything like that, you can do whatever you want. If right now, if you just want it to be, hey, I'm a half-elf ranger, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't really have any plans, honestly.
That's fine. Everybody can picture something in their head. So everybody's got a picture of what they think you look like. Something that most people don't know is whatever you describe your character as to me, I always kind of somewhat ignore. It's something I've always done since the beginning. Literally, like, you're like, all right, I'm a tiefling wizard. I literally picture you with horns in like wizard robes. You tell me you're like a lizard man. I legit picture your face on like a really scaled up like buff body. That's just like, I'm ready for combat. That's what my brain does.
In the last campaign, did you just picture me with a big beak?
Just pretty much, yeah. You were like you, but like really covered in feathers with like a beak and shorter. That's what I do in my head.
It's like a string tied on beak. It's not even a real one.
Yeah.
Like my brain retranslates everyone's character as like low budget like theater performance. Like that's what I do.
School theater production.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I picture. So I now picture you with like kind of elf ears, dressed like a ranger. So.
Dressed like Robin Hood.
I don't know why when you said Robin Hood, I thought Peter Pan for a second. But...
I mean, they kind of dress the same.
See? All right, so when you're 16, because you said you were keeping an eye out, you can clearly see the beholder is still just moving about the island. He doesn't seem to really have, like, occasionally he goes to one side, occasionally you see eye rays getting shut off, and then he just traverses to like a different section. He kind of doesn't seem to really be doing much of anything. You said you left his corpse behind, right?
Yeah, his corpse, yeah.
Okay. Occasionally you... No, you just looted him, right? You didn't bring the body, right? Okay. Occasionally the beholder gets close enough to you get like a good shot of it. And you notice that there's like some undead like person wandering behind him. So it looks an awful lot like Aaron. So.
Yo, Aaron. What up, what up, what up? What if it starts coming our way?
Yo, Miley, what's good?
Alright, so what's everybody planning? After the short rest, what are you doing? I can't tell you that. This is D&D. Oh, I see. So I'm not good enough to talk to you. I see how it is.
Just because I'm curious and haven't actually played a wizard before, can I use spells out of someone else's spellbook?
Yes.
As long as
It takes a minute. It takes like a long rest, I think, to decipher the book.
Are you sure about that?
Or something like that.
I could have sworn the books like basically made it sound like it had to be your spell book.
Like
because it has the whole rules for translating into your spell book.
yeah, like
well,
you
but
can.
there's also rules for then like getting a new spellbook in case you lose yours.
All right, read that rule.
I forget
They have
exactly
like a
how it
whole
goes, but it's
spot
something
about
like
the
that where you have to
spellbook,
like.
so like,
Read over that. If you still don't know, I will house rule something that may bite me later. Who knows? All right, so what's the group mindset now that you have leatherworking tools
Yeah. Yay!
made from the flesh of a female elf?
So I'm going to take the sword out, and I'm going to set it in front of the group, and I say, "Sword requires sacrifice to seal evil."
What kind of sacrifice are we talking about?
Self-sacrifice.
I'm sorry, did your character just say not it? Mr. Lawful Good over there? I will alignment shift you. Like, over time.
Well, I honestly don't blame his character for that, though.
I don't blame his character either. What I do is blame the lawful good part of his character. Don't worry, I was really upset with the holier-than-thou paladin who wants to crush all evil, who finds a sword that just says you stab yourself, you kill evil, and goes, not doing it. I was really upset then. But
it doesn't say anything.
Can we just try to stab it with the sword?
you can try whatever you want. This is D&D. I just want to remind you what happened to your last character.
No, I'm just talking to a group like that.
I'm just telling you, I'm reminding you of your last character.
Well, I went to study this stuff was stuck in. That's what I want to do. A big reason why I was asking if I can use someone else's spellbook is because he has detect magic, and I don't. So I'm like, I want to cast this detect magic. So.
What did they, you read the book, what did it say?
It didn't say anything.
The way I'm going to rule this, I'm going to make you roll an Arcana check if you try and use his spellbook. And if you pass, I'll allow you. If you fail, then nothing will happen.
Because it's
That's
a
why I'm gonna
ritual
roll it.
spell, so I wouldn't have to prepare.
Yeah, that's what I'm basically saying. Like, if you're using something out of somebody else's spellbook, I'm going to make you roll an Arcana check, basically. So,
Well, right now we're planning.
right now, what?
Right now we're planning.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know for free, so that's going to be my house rule for it.
Apparently our best option is for someone to stab themselves.
Alright, first of all, learn how to roleplay, please. A human being would never say out loud, I can kill myself, I'll just re-roll a new character. No person would ever think that. I'm just saying, like, please get into character.
Well, unfortunately, I think the one person that would do that is not here.
You have a lawful good character right there.
Yeah, but it's not a paladin.
No, but he's a lawful good. Like, lawful goods tend to be the ones that will lean towards self-sacrifice.
Alright, how do we corrupt him enough to kill?
to go on and slay all the evil of this land.
Sorry, I was just trying to see if I could find anything about spellbooks in here.
I love that.
Are you actually going to do that?
Yes.
Alright, so the Dragonborn sorcerer stabs himself with a sword, picks it up and stabs him. Anybody going to stop him?
I'm over by
I'm talking
the
to
goo.
you.
Oh, right.
Is anybody going to stop the Dragonborn sorcerer from picking up the sword and stabbing
I'm
himself?
not watching. I'm over by the goo.
That's fine. Anybody going to stop him?
No, I'm gonna let him.
Okay. So, as you stab yourself, bright light emanates from your wound, and you are teleported to a different plane. You are now sitting in a room at a nice, really nice long table full of food, and at the other end of the table is a paladin fully clad in plate mail.
I asked him how his day's going.
The same as every day, child. Why did you stab yourself with the sword?
So my friends can carry on and slay all the evil.
Ah, but did your friends not release said evil?
Yeah, I guess they did.
Roll me a persuasion.
I was gonna say, in real time, is he just kind of there with the sword stuck in his chest?
You guys are kind of on a time stop pause right now.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, alright.
21.
What do you wish, child? Do you wish to slay this evil? Then so it will be. The rest of you see as the light sort of like becomes insanely bright in his wound, and I need everyone to roll dexterity saves. Also, Lilith, where is Lilith standing? You said you're playing with a goo.
I'm like at the edge of the
Oh, okay. Are you still on the boat?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright, so what'd you get?
16.
Alright, what'd you get?
6.
Okay, what'd you get?
19.
What'd you get? Oh, wait, no, you didn't need it. What'd you get? Okay, so, unfortunately, Ymir falls to the floor. Just a captain. The captain falls to the floor. And the first mate also falls to the floor. Everybody else has managed to take hold as it feels like your boat got dropped a few inches. You can clearly see, seeing how you're on the edge of the boat, that the island just disappeared. And you literally just kind of like were let go and just kind of like landed in the ocean kind of roughly. You also, because you were up front, you can no longer see any sort of interaction with the beholder out there. You are laying on the ground at 0 hit points right now. Everyone can see that he's bleeding out right now.
Alright, I'm going to try to,
Eat him.
actually, no, that's probably what my character would do, not gonna lie. Never mind, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna kind of watch. I'm sorry, no offense.
You're just gonna watch him bleed out?
Well, I'm gonna see if he dies or not. I'm a
Alright, what is
lizard
it?
man.
I don't know anything about helping people.
What about either of you?
I would think these drugs are not getting paid for it, so I just looking at.
Okay. I'm going to go and try to stabilize you.
Thank you.
I just have a 0 win.
I'm gonna look around and see if none of the other soft.
Yeah, everyone else is just kind of staring at him right now.
Okay, so that is a.
One person pulls out their cell phone and starts filming it.
It's a 15 on your.
All right, so you're now stabilized.
You're
You're still at 0 and unconscious, but you're now stabilized. The sword is still in the room because you went over and looked at him, and because you were actually the one who could read the sword. You notice the inscription on the sword has disappeared, but the sword is still in the room with you guys.
Okay.
No.
Ranger.
Ranger.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Fighter,
doesn't even have good
sorcerer,
berry.
wizard. Unfortunately, no one is healing.
We don't even have our paladin.
No.
Healing potions are too expensive for us.
It's fine. He'll get better after like a long rest.
And holy water.
After a long rest, he'll get his hit points back. So you're gonna be unconscious for 8 hours. All right. The first mate and the captain attempt to start retaking control of the ship. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to assist the crew that's rather short-staffed at the moment.
That's true. The chef actually is also now trying to help. Seeing how there's literally 3 people on this crew. What do you do? Anything you want to do. There's literally anything. As long as it's capable of a humanoid doing it on a ship.
Actually, first I'm going to take him downstairs to his room so he can rest.
That's fine. He's got to pass out for 8 hours anyways.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah, can you?
Okay. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna look around, and if they offer to pay me for working on the ship, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go to my room and sleep.
Alright, so you go to your room and sleep. What are you going to do?
I'm going to ask somebody to carry the sword for me down to my room so that
Do
I
you
can cast
attempt to hold the sword at all?
No.
Okay, good. You're literally the only other person that can carry that sword.
I'm just going to
And it
pick
has
it.
nothing to do with morality. It has to do with the fact that I have an 8 strength and I personally don't feel like I can pick it up.
My character would, after he passed out, would have picked up the sword and just put it in his bag.
Well, if he asks, would you, or if Lilith asks, would you let Lilith study it?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Note that if you are not lawful or good, the sword cannot be lifted, basically. Like, think Thor's hammer, basically. Alright, so we're back to you now.
I'll just look around, people watch and see if anything happens that I need to.
Fair enough. Do you know your passive perception? I see that it's empty on your paper. Do you know your perception score? It would be in your skills.
Let's just use this skill, so it's just the wisdom modifier.
Minus 1.
Okay, so you have a passive perception of 9. Just so you know, passive perception is 10 plus your wisdom modifier. So you would have a 9. I'm gonna say you don't really notice anything happening. It basically just looks like boring people running a ship. All right, so the captain is very thankful for you helping to help with the ship. Okay. It's going to take you guys about 3 days to make it back to mainland. Over the next 3 days, you get a whole lot of shade. Like, nobody likes you. Everyone's real happy with you. The chef sneaks you like a little extra food every now and again. The chef forgets to feed you every now and again. You do what? No, I said, what did you say? Not give me a reason why you said it. What did you say?
Basically, he's trying to intimidate me, basically.
You're trying to intimidate him.
Yeah, basically, like, you really want to do
Okay, roll an intimidation check.
Touch that ship and I murder you.
Natural 20.
All right.
Lawful good.
All right. As you're threatening the chef, you feel like this should be a good threatening. You hear a clicking sound of a flintlock, like pressed against the back of your head. Behind you is the captain, the first mate, and the Dragonborn sorcerer who. And as the DM, I'm gonna say, remember your last character. You are out at the sea right now. There literally is no law outside of whoever wins.
Actually, there's merit.
My character is going to approach your character.
It's the captain's law.
Progress.
They give you food, but it's nowhere near as much as everybody else.
So I was going to ask, with my identify spell, what I have discovered anything about the sword?
You use his spell to identify, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you have your own.
He has detected.
Now you can clearly tell the sword is bound by law and good, and it is just a +1 sword now.
Okay, it's a long sword, right?
Yeah, it's +1 longsword that can only be wielded by lawful or good players.
Well, it's a very powerful sword. It would be stronger than most swords, but it can only be wielded by certain people. Typically those bound.
Oh, it also does still grant you the ability to read and speak Celestial.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just pick it up and take it then, if you're done with it.
No, I was just curious to see if it was a magical weapon or not.
I take that. I pick it up, put it in my bag.
Okay. Are you okay with that? You stabbed yourself with it. Are you okay with him having it? Okay. I know you're like a sorcerer, so I didn't know if you cared or not. Okay. So yeah, it gives you Celestial and it's +1.
Okay.
As long as you wield it.
Yeah, as long as you're like attuned to it, you can do both those things. Well, the way I work magic items is if you attune to it, even if you didn't know how to use a longsword, you could wield it. So that's the way I kind of like work attuning. Just so that everyone know, you only have 3 attunement slots. So if you attune to 3 items, you have to unattune to something to attune to something else.
So the +1 is to the attack bonus, right?
Attack and damage.
And damage.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to make sure that...
Oh, you're fine.
It's basically
And it
the
is-
most common enchantment you can find.
Yeah. And it is, I don't know if you wield a shield at all.
I can.
I'm just saying, like, if you wield it two-handed, it does do a D10. Remember that because it's versatile. Alright, so you guys, you reach land safely. You are docked at the town known as Dragonstone. It's a rather big town. Almost anything you want, you can find in Dragonstone, except for magic items. Because I don't sell magic items. No. Because Zolob does not exist in this world. And plus, that was Waterdeep.
That's a shame.
So,
He will be missed.
I don't know, maybe
In
find
the
a
history of the
descendant or
multiverse,
something.
There's another version of Zolob. I don't know, maybe he's called Bolas.
Bolas.
Yeah, you've arrived at the town of Dragonstone. It's a rather large town. It's slightly on the brink of becoming industrial. Steam is not like super prevalent, but they're a little bit better than medieval. Literally anything you want, you can be at Dragonstone. I don't know why you people came here. That's for your characters to decide, so... The captain thanks all of you for your help and wishes you all good luck on your adventures.
10. From him. My background doesn't start with any gold.
Nice!
Yay, curse the straw background.
What's that? What background did you choose again? I think like noble starts with like 25 or something like that.
I start with 10.
Yeah. But 15 is pretty good for a starter, so. Alright, what? Acolyte? Okay. So you're kind of religious.
Low key.
Yeah. And see, that's why I like paper over internet. But, it's fine. I see you brought your charger, which is smart. Yeah. Okay, so, what are you doing now that you've arrived here? Because I literally left your motivations up to you.
Well,
I was just wondering because
need to continue journey, find good trophies. Would not mind sticking around, staying with group, continuing to find trophies until I am worthy of becoming a warrior.
I mean, I'm looking for information, so I don't really have any specific destinations I'm going to, so I figured I'd information would likely come with your trophy, so I have no problem with helping you out. I can also help you talk to people.
Very good.
I guess I'll follow you guys around then. Just looking for a job and that same stuff like you both like run between some people doing your job. I don't care.
I guess I'll follow you guys around too. I'm kind of in desperate need of a job as well. So, sort of place.
Probably the best thing to do is to find a centralized location and see if people are looking for helping out.
Need work. Files.
I was,
Old school, go full old school, find the local tavern, look at the missions.
Bounty potion from bounties.
ask the bartender if he's heard any rumors. Walk around until you see like a couple fighting over a lost sword or something. I don't know.
See if there's an adventurers guild in this area.
Yeah, something like that. Okay,
XYZ.
so you were talking about an adventurers guild. So elaborate on that.
Well, because certain settings, towns have like adventurers guilds that you can go to.
Okay.
They basically just are guilds for adventurers.
Okay. All right.
You just get requests for killing things.
Harry P. The rest of the group has decided to stick together. Are you sticking with them? You could have gone solo, man. I'm just saying.
Choices.
Is that?
I don't know if the stream is even active.
I mean, we have our counter up and everything. I'm just assuming it's active.
If not, it's whatever, you know.
I mean, I tend to ignore the fact that they're streaming anyways. So, alrighty. So, you mentioned as you guys are getting off the boat and you're traveling together and everybody's happy and skipping along and enjoying glee of their newfound kinship, except for probably your character because your character seems like an asshole. A guard walks up to you guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you all so heavily armed?
I look at myself and I'm like,
I know at least he's got multiple weapons on him, okay?
I have a quarterstaff, but I just use that as a walking.
We are adventurers and we came to the sea after being attacked.
Oh, you're avenged, okay. Can I see your papers? You don't got papers.
We're not from here.
Oh, listen. All right. Now you listen closely. Mercenaries are not well liked around here. Here, you want to be an adventurer, you gotta become legal. You see that big building right outside of town you can see over there on that hill?
Yes.
That's where you gotta go to get your papers. All right. I don't want to hear about y'all trying to moonlight as mercenaries in the future.
Would you mind escorting us in?
I can escort you to the front gate, but once the front gate, you got to make your way to the guild all on your own. Okay. So I'm assuming everyone's okay with that.
Yep.
Okay. So the guard leads you through a few quarters of town. You get to see the merchants' quarters. You get to see, the medium class, middle class, I think is what it's called. I like medium class. Medium class people's quarters. And he leads you to the front gate. And he tells you all to be safe and to not cause any trouble. And definitely don't do mercenary work. Because that's illegal here.
The self-proclaimed mercenary. Well, I give him a goal.
Much thanks. Much thanks. If you're ever in need, you can always count on me.
And what's your name?
Frank. Frank.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Frank.
Frank the guardsman.
Hey, at least I didn't say Hank. Or Jim. Those are usually my two go-tos.
I'm sorry, when you were like talking as this guard, I just pictured like from Warhammer 40k, like the typical guardsman that gets turned into like.
In my head, I was picturing like
Red
Fable
Sludge.
1, like all blue, can't
yeah.
see, like the hat's too low. I even like accidentally started slipping into the accent at one point. Like,
I know, I noticed. That's a good reference, yeah.
so yeah, as you guys travel, up the path towards the massive castle on the hill, which now I'm going to pull way too much from Fable now that I'm thinking about it. You guys come up to an area outside the castle in which you see this weird platform that seems really out of place to be just built outside of a castle. It's multiple stairs up to like a small platform that looks like a few people could stand on it and possibly boast. I don't know. Off to your right, see a small man and a kiosk. Not him. Behind him. A small man running a kiosk. Waving you over.
Small, soft skin.
Large scale man.
We need paper.
Oh, well, you gotta go inside for that. Me, I sell knickknacks and souvenirs for those who visit the guild. What are you looking for? We got nice little stuffed creatures. Some stuffed with feathers, the other one stuffed with pebbles. That's my new prototype. Call them Pebble Babies. They're kind of cool. We got hats. We got this new invention. You wear it. It's like a hat, but it just shades your eyes. It's great.
That's genius. I can see that being a huge thing.
Oh, we got all sorts of hats. We got purple hats. We got blue hats. We got red hats. We got hats with symbols. Like this red hat here, it's got a nice little crown on it. This sort of like bluish hat, it's got a fist on it. This purple hat's got like I think it's called a harp on it. All right. Well,
I'm a big
sir.
fan of the Harpers, so
Well,
that's my favorite.
that'll be a 5 copper. No, but you can take the pebbles out of one of the Pebble Babies if you want. They're kind of like ball bearings.
You almost never encounter. It's in between silver
I'm
and
very
gold.
exasperated and start going into the building.
Okay, so you've left to go inside the building. You've bought a hat. Anybody else want to buy something useless from this guy? Okay. As you enter into this large map room, there's a rather average-sized man in a blue half plate, with his head shaved, with a fine mustache. Welcome. Are you here for the tour?
No, with papers.
Oh.
Papers, please.
Oh, see, I do the tours. If you want papers, you gotta talk to the headmaster.
Where is soft skin headmaster?
Oh, well, he spends most of his time in his tower, out by the gardens.
I immediately turned to leave to head towards the tower in the gardens.
Is everyone following him?
Yes.
Okay. So, to get to the gardens, you head through, like, this really large, amazing sort of just bar. There's this huge cast lining the walls. There's tapestries that match those hats outside, hanging up all over the place. There's people wearing strange, like blue and pale armor, all drinking and talking. They all have hoods on. And as you exit out, you can see the massive garden and clearly a tower.
Okay, I'm going to walk.
Awesome, you go right to the tower. Cool. So as you're heading to the tower, you hear a couple people off in the distance like gambling on who's the fastest runner. But you said straight to the tower, so let's go straight to the tower. As you walk into the tower, you walk in and it's a circular room just full of different like plate mails. They're like from different parts of the world. I'm assuming you're just gonna walk up the stairs.
My character is completely uninterested in all of that. Yeah. So
As you walk up the stairs, you walk up and you come into this nice cozy room. Off in the back, you can see a large window with a bed. But in the main room, there's all sorts of books, just books everywhere. A bearskin rug and this really nice, like, cushy-looking red chair. And an old man sitting in the chair, just looking at his fireplace.
all right.
Need papers. Authorization for adventuring.
He gets up and puts on his glasses. Where are you?
Okay, before he starts a fight, I'm going to step in and say, okay, he's just my friend. We need papers for an adventures, and we need papers.
Right. But you.
I'm a monster character, so.
I don't
Before
normally
tongue
see your
just comes out
type.
and just kind of licks my eyeball real quick and then just goes back.
I don't know if I'm familiar with your type.
Listen,
Where are you from?
swamps from crossed giant lake from distance.
I tend to avoid swamps.
Left tribe to prove strong warrior, capable warrior.
Of course.
Rite of passage.
And because you're here, that's illegal. Of course. What about you?
Well, I'm from a city across the pond here.
Pretty big pond.
It's
Right.
looking for information.
Oh, so you're not.
Scholar.
So you're not looking for papers. You're looking for research.
Well, I'm looking for papers because I figured that would be a good place to find them.
Right. All right. Is everyone here looking for papers? Oh, okay. Well,
We're an
listen.
adventuring party, if you will.
Well, of course, and of course that would be illegal without papers. So, the way we work, anybody's allowed to join. Once you become a member of the guild, you have our protection. We'll give you papers, and we get odd jobs every now and again. But otherwise, you can go about and just find your own jobs if you want. Of course, there's a small down payment. 2 gold for the papers.
He immediately whips out the 2 gold and slams them on the table. Just
Of course, we'll have our scribes. Work it out. Of course.
This guy.
Well, I mean, the only real string is once you join, if we ever need you, and we call upon you, you have to answer.
We don't need to pay part of our earnings or anything.
Not really. I mean, it'd be nice if you donated some. Everyone's allowed to donate. It keeps, the guild up and running.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, of course. I'm just saying, we tend to play favoritism around here. So, I mean, if you don't donate, we probably won't slide you too many good jobs. But you can always still go out and represent us.
Donate with trophies.
Well, here's my gold.
I mean, we could always sell
meant as a-
trophies.
it's meant as a question. But yeah. Like,
I mean, he's answering it as an answer.
okay, got it.
I mean, trophies can be sold. That'll work.
I put down my 2 gold.
All right, you putting down 2 gold. Of course. So he He tells you where to go, and you go to a small hut. There's a lot of like scribes working. They start like writing up your paperwork. The paperwork's pretty simple. It literally just says whenever called upon, you have to answer, and just do your best to represent the guild.
Okay. Is there a point where we sign?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I take my hand and dip it in like the inkwell, and I just like slam my hand on the paper.
That's acceptable. Assuming everyone else is just going to sign their name, though. So you all have papers now. Now, occasionally, we leave missions that, they're not that important, but somebody needs to do them at some point. We toss them up front on the map table. If anybody grabs them, you can do them. We do say don't take more than one at a time. We've had jerks before who take all of them, and then they go out and die. And then we have to go out and fetch the papers of the corpse. That takes forever. So all we ask is only take one at a time, and yeah. I mean, sometimes. These jobs aren't that important. Yeah, just if you go in as groups, the pay is going to be split amongst you.
So we don't have to take, we can't take all of them, so we take a couple.
I mean, if you're going to work together as a group, maybe. There's my second up front. He normally does the tours. If you have any questions, you can totally ask him. If you want any training, we do training out back. Mostly for the youngins. If you accidentally come across any orphans, feel free to bring them back. We'll train them up. Make adventurers out of them.
I love adopting children.
It saves money on orphanages. Also, keeps the kingdom safe.
From orphans.
I was gonna say my character now has a history of killing children, so.
Listen, if you kill or eat the orphans, I mean, you don't have to bring them back.
Good point.
Wait, are you encouraging them to eat orphans?
Listen. We don't discriminate between things like good and evil here. Okay? We're here to make money. We're here to make money. Okay? We've really put this together. There used to be so many factions, but now there's just the one. We've all come together. And yeah. Anybody who's willing to pay, we're willing to do the work. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. As long as they're willing to pay.
Right. So, Kapesk is going to go immediately to the job postings.
Yeah.
Should we split up into
No.
As the DM, I would say please don't.
My character's gonna be like, back when I was in the military, last time we split up, I was already on the survive. Playing up the family member.
So you head to the map table, and the bald guy with the fine mustache is there. Second thoughts about that tour?
Need work.
Oh, you got papers?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Let me see him.
Holds up.
All right, yeah,
my
you're.
hand ink blotted in the middle of it.
He kind of leans it forwards. Oh, looks like you're a rank C. Yeah, you're allowed to do the rank C jobs. I think we got a couple.
This reminds me of fairy tales.
I totally forgot all about that anime until right now.
Just.
I didn't realize I was pulling that heavily from
massive
that.
bar fights.
I mean, it's also like low-key similar to like
Well, the
One
whole
Punch
bar
Man,
is
but like it's not possible.
Yeah.
The whole bar isn't fighting anymore.
Yeah, there seems to be like a couple jobs right now on the table for rank Cs.
That's how I pictured this, like, fairy tales, like, everyone's sitting drinking.
So the jobs are written in common, right?
Yeah, everything's written in common.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. I was about to say, like.
What jobs we got?
There's 2 jobs on the table right now. One's a protect the courier mission, and one's a
Escort mission?
yeah. There's an escort mission right off the bat, and then there's also a mission to investigate. Caravans disappearing along that same road.
I instantly grabbed the one for investigation. Like you. We always care about before, and I'm doing it again.
That would. Well, okay, so yeah, no, that's like the only 2 we can do though, and they're on the same road, so let's do it.
Yeah, you can only take one though.
Oh, all right. Well, I'd rather.
So
do
you
the
can't
escort.
investigate the road if you're trying to get through it.
Nope, I'm gonna. All right. Escort courier. I like take my claw and like pull the paper.
Oh, so you want to do the escort, and he wants to do an investigation?
Oh, you want to do the investigation?
Yep.
Okay. Begrudgingly puts it back.
There's now a hole in
Yeah,
it.
there's like a little hole.
Do they list teams?
They sure do.
That's what they say.
The escort mission.
Okay, never mind.
Let's claw back. Nope, don't mind it at all.
Yep, y'all are getting a map now,
Oh, boy!
which means combat will happen at some point.
I mean, what did we expect? Every mission pretty much gonna have combat.
Oh, let's see my character die.
That's not true. Not every mission is combat.
98.
Well, that's because you guys choose to do combat.
99%.
I was like, well, technically the beholder was not the best.
Yeah, technically, the beholder one wasn't combat. I
The
mean,
only reason he killed somebody was because he used that experience.
yeah, if you hadn't attacked him, he wouldn't have attacked you. If you guys had taken too long, he would have attacked the boat out of frustration. But that was only if you guys decided to not sacrifice one of these.
So what would have happened if we never stabbed ourselves?
The beholder would attack the boat and kill everybody, probably.
So stabbing at the sword would have done
Oh yeah, stabbing the beholder with a sword? Yeah, I wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, he would have just turned around and
Or the bite attack probably and ripped us in half. You know, shook us around a bit.
Alright.
I mean, then he would be stuck there forever.
My arm's not long enough to do it the rest of the way, so you guys are going to have to accept it right there for now. If somebody decides to walk further, you're going to have to use your imagination.
I mean, I kind of figure that it's probably going to keep going like that.
Yeah, pretty much. My arm's not long enough. Alright, so the courier job has two price tags on it. One is 150 gold for getting them there. The other one is if you get them there unharmed, they'll give you an extra special like reward.
I'm trying to figure out why they assume that he's going to get their arm. I'm like,
Well,
wait a minute.
for all you know, somebody paid to harm him, and they're also somebody on that mission. You don't know.
Because if you do a double bonus, each of us will get 30 more. It's 150.
So does he have like a carriage or something, or?
No, you meet him outside along the road. He's got a really nice hat. He's got a feather in it. He's standing there. He's got like a really big backpack, and he's got like two dudes following him who also have really big backpacks. Oh, you must be the adventurers.
And you must be our well,
Yes.
our
Yes. My name is Murgo.
murder?
Murgo.
I heard murder.
Not murder, Murgo.
He heard
I don't care what you heard. My name is Murgo. You're not getting paid. Listen. Murgo demands respect here.
Oh no, I just misheard.
That's fine, but my name is not Burger. It is Murgo. Murgo the Magnificent. If you want my entire name.
Well, my name is Lilith. So, why? Where are you going?
Just to the next town over.
Okay. Just because I'm curious, why did you feel the need to hire us?
Because most people die going there without protection. You see, I want to start up a new shop in every town.
Oh, there's somebody I know who was like that. His name is Gilmore.
With my name on everything. That way everyone knows Murgo the Magnificent is the greatest. Unfortunately, that means I have to go to the next town. So I need you guys to get me there. And as said, if you get me there unharmed, and you show me the respect I deserve, as well as my two lackeys, then I'll give you extra.
Wait.
The two guys with the big book bags. I can't afford a caravan. Map?
Map to next town.
We just follow that road really long. It'll take a couple days.
I walk in front.
All right, so now for miniatures, I see you have one. Do you have one? I see you have float from the last campaign. All right, there you go. You have a mini. I just was checking to see who has one. I'm assuming you guys do not have any. Okay.
We'll be guarding the flank, but really it's because we're mages and don't really want to give you in the front.
Somebody needs to be in the middle.
Oh, that's where the traders are going to be.
Well, I guess I'll just be up front by
Well,
myself.
where's the ranger going? Are you going to be in the front?
Here, hey, half elf, human fighter. I can't see right here, so you gotta place them down.
Human fighter, half elf. Where do you guys want to be? Put your miniatures where you guys want to be in the caravan.
Traders. They move at half speed
I guess you would probably be in the
Traders move at half speed. Got it.
because of all the crap they carry.
I would probably just stay anywhere in between. If you're going to focus on those,
Probably. So that way we have them nice and.
All right, so it's gonna take you guys about 3 days to get there. On the first day out, you're going along, real nice. Who's up front? I see you. Okay, I guess we don't have any scouts. So I want the human fighter and the lizard man to go ahead and give me perception checks.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Just so you know, natural 20s do not mean automatic success on skills, so it's still good to give me the whole number.
22.
At this level, it's most likely going to be a success.
An
But
11.
11. All right. He notices and points out to you that up ahead, when I drew the X's, you see something burning. It just seems like a large, dark mass in the road.
All right. So is there? So there's a way to. Is there? How do I put it? Is there any like terrain, like dips in the ground or anything like that?
Not really. You basically just came over a hill and you see this.
Okay, just kind of in the middle of the
Are you
road.
behind Yo Ranger? Check this out.
She's
That's what it's supposed to be doing, right? You're a ranger. I'll check that out. Is that what you're
I roll my eyes, and then I proceed to go and move.
You're not in combat right now,
I
so
know,
you
I'm
tell
gonna-
me you move all the way up
I'm
there.
going to move all the way up there, yeah.
All right,
to
is he the
investigate.
only one moving all the way up there?
I'll move close.
All right.
Let's all move up a little.
What did I say about your caravan? My dog's taking care of it, dogs are taking care of it. We really don't put it
Alrighty. All right, I will need everyone to roll initiatives. Don't say them out loud.
Dice, right? I'll use the Cthulhu.
I don't know. All right, seeing as how you're the only one who approached all the way up there, before I start asking you further initiatives, you notice it looks like a horse. That basically somebody just tied up its corpse and lit it on fire right here in the middle of the road.
Lit.
Alrighty. So, nice.
So at that point, basically, I would have just turned around and started walking back.
You don't have a choice. You
gotcha.
got to that point, basically. Who got over 20? Who got over 15?
I got 50.
15. Alright. What's your dexterity mod?
2.
Okay, so I'll put you ahead just in case. What'd you get?
9.
What'd you get? And what did you get? Awesome. Alright, Harry P, give me a perception check real quick. This isn't part of your turn.
$19.
19? Actually, better yet, what's your passive perception? That would be smarter. That's what it's there for. Okay. You don't see anything other than this giant burning mound. It is your turn though, so.
Burning hands. Kill our entire caravan. And that's how the party turned.
See, unfortunately, that'd be going against your contract, so. Alright, you're holding. Alright, Lilith. Give me your passive perception.
My passive perception's 10.
Alright, you don't notice anything dangerous. It is your turn though.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna.
Alrighty.
And a reaction. Typically, on a
Open up
weapon
the
spell or an attack of opportunity. Yeah, it's being melee or in
Do you want your weapons or dash?
I need more room.
Go double your speed slow.
Alright. See you. Alrighty. I'm gonna use you as help. Alright. Right here. Place the spider. And then directly behind it, place the goblin. Alright. Right here. Place the spider. Directly behind it, place a goblin. And then Is there a space? Yeah. Just make it two apart, kind of like the other two. Spider and Goblin.
Goblin.
Goblins!
Right. The first two volley the party. The first one shoots at this one. You see an arrow fly out towards. Tell me the order. I can't really see it though. Read it back to front for me.
Back to front is him, and then her are next to each other.
Okay, just this row right here.
It's him, and then two of the NPCs.
Okay, so all right. Does a 9 hit you? It probably won't. I really hope it doesn't hit you. Good. Alrighty. The traitor in the middle gets struck by an arrow.
No, the thing is to get them there alive, not unharmed. But if they get there unharmed, we get like a bonus deal. But the whole job is to get them there alive. That's the main job.
Remove the traitor from the middle. Actually, just flip him upside down. He takes an arrow and goes down. He's now bleeding out. And the one in front. And the one in front, the arrow missed. Now.
You held your turn, so at any point you can just be like, you know what, I retaliate.
So that is. Right, so that is. All right, and I want you to back up my goblins, each about 5 feet, and then give them back to me. Yeah. All right. You notice as the goblins all disappear.
Are the spiders still there?
You can still see the shadows of the spiders. Yes. Is it now your turn? After you held? Alrighty. Alright, give me damage. Don't say it out loud until I ask though, because I gotta flip papers. Just have this one. Oh, there we go. All right, on the first one, give me the damage. All right, on the next one, give me damage. All right, next one. All right, they're all still standing. All right, Lil, are you still holding?
Yeah, no, I'm going to attack. I'm going to point at this one that's the closest to me. I'm going to take out my wand and point at it and cast Chill Touch.
All right.
So, that's an attack.
I'm assuming it's the one farthest from me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 9.
9 will miss.
That's why I used the candle.
All right. Ymir, I can't see where you're at because I have a screen. All right, how about this? Pull the map further down towards you. There we go. Perfect. Now I can see. All right, Ymir, what are you doing? You have an action, a movement action, and a bonus action. Right now, actions are things like attacking, trying to search for things, that sort of stuff. Movement is just what it says. It's movement. You move. And bonus is only if your class tells you you can do something as a bonus action. Which at level 1, I'm not sure if a ranger has anything right now.
I think it's only if you were to dual wield light weapons.
Yeah, but earlier I thought somebody said that you were a bow fighter, so.
Well, I was saying if she's a bow fighter.
Yeah. I didn't know if she was a bow fighter or not. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to aim my longbow at the monster nearest to me. Yes.
Okay, that one. Alrighty. What you're gonna need to do is an attack roll, which is a d20 right there. The big one. Roll that. Now add the attack modifier for your longbow, which somebody should point out right there. 12. You unfortunately miss.
These are some tanky spiders.
Yeah. But all right. So you miss. You still have your movement if you wanted to move anywhere.
Well, maybe they have cover. I don't know.
All right. That is 10 feet of movement. Just so you know, you have 30 total. You don't have to use it all, but you've used 10 of it. Just so you know. Are you done for right now? All right. Kepesk.
All right, I'm going to, let's see, move here,
Alrighty.
and then I'm going to attack the spider with my glaive.
Alrighty. Give me an attack roll.
It's 12, 16, so that's 16 to hit.
You will hit.
Okay.
You hit this time.
Yay! With the
Yeah,
glaive!
you actually hit something with your glaive.
I know, I'm so happy. Let's see.
Scrub. I didn't say that.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
great weapon master, so let's do that again. Okay. So that's 7 points of piercing damage. Or slashing, excuse me.
Alright. The spider, you can tell, is very badly hurt as you stick your glaive into its side. It kind of screams, but it is still standing.
Okay.
It looks like it's barely standing.
Okay.
Does he see a goblin?
He would have to do a perception check to try and see.
Actually, yeah. I was gonna. If I
takes your action.
It takes an action to do that. Okay, never mind then.
It's considered an ability check.
Alright, are you done now?
Yeah,
or?
I'm done.
Okay. Mathis.
Stab it with the sword.
Give me an attack roll.
18.
An 18 will hit. Give me damage. 14. Take that spider off the field.
That would make a good one.
Now, curious. Were you two-handing that sword?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your strength modifier?
+3.
Then how did you get 14?
6 +3.
Oh, you're using a great sword. I thought you were using just a long sword. Jesus. Okay. Great sword, yeah. All right. In my head, you're using a long sword. Alrighty. Yeah, you cut down that spider as it screams and falls. Is that the rest of your turn? All right, Harry P, we're back to you.
Harry P stands for Harry
Which one
Potter.
does the most damage?
The one furthest away from me.
The one next to Capet.
One goes to this one and 2 goes.
Alrighty. All right, it's still standing. And take the one off the field.
As somebody
There
who's
you go.
killed people with vicious mockery, I'm not surprised.
I once saw a dragon die because somebody was playing a dragon shaman in 3.5 and spit on it. And literally dealt like 3 damage and killed it.
Pretty great.
I'll admit we had been fighting it for like half an hour. And he just thought it'd be funny to spit on it. And it managed to actually kill it. But alright, Lilith, it's your turn. Of course they're gonna come back again.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you do something, and I'm gonna cast Acid Flash. So you need to make a dexterity.
Alright. I think it's a fail. What's your DC? 13. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fail. Hold on, let me look it up.
Take 6 points of acid.
Alright, take that one off the field.
Instead of moving, I want to use my movement to move my familiar,
Alrighty.
which has a movement speed of 20.
What is your familiar, by the way?
Spider. A regular spider.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't have any that tiny.
Little teddy spider. Itsy bitsy spider.
Alright, so you sent your spider up front. Alrighty. Is that the rest of your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Alright. Right about Chia. Actually, no. Behind the human fighter, place this one as it comes out of the woods. Put this one in front of the human fighter as it comes out of the woods.
Uh-oh.
And then place this one 20 feet to the straight into the woods from the Dragonborn. Sorry, make that 15. I've been 20 feet away from him. I didn't mean into the woods. My bad. Alrighty. For the Dragonborn, does a 13 hit you? Oh wait, sorry. He's a lizard man using a Dragonborn figure. Sorry, the lizard man does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay. Alrighty, a arrow flies past your head as you see a little goblin, like, pop up for a second. Alright, for the human fighter.
Puts out a little, like, crocodile hiss.
Alright, the one with the little axe. Get ya. Oh. You take 5 points of damage from his little axe. And then the other one is a 20 to hit you, which I assume hits. And that is 8 points of damage from his rusty-looking sword. Alright, go ahead and lay him down.
Fantastic. Par for the course.
Alright, now, because they
I have an
move...
IQ for an armored class.
An IQ.
Should not have been able to talk to that.
Alright, the one with the axe jumps back into the woods. Take him off the field. Technically you're going to take them all off the field just one at a time so I can, like, do the thing. The next one's going to jump into the woods. Hand him to me, and then the one that's already in the woods. I need to roll that real quick. Not that great. Alright. Passive perceptions, I need those. What's yours? 12? No. Anybody have above a 12? Alright, that's what I figured. Alrighty, all three of the goblins disappear into the woods again. It is now Ymir's turn.
The next one is
There you go.
So you want to move your character up, like, over here? Okay.
Alright, give me a medicine check.
So just roll a d20. Okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad, actually.
So that's a 7.
Wait, she has a negative to medicine?
She has a -1 on wisdom.
Oh, alright, yeah, you do not stabilize him. He is not stabilized.
talk to the guy whose every character is dying.
Alrighty, Kepesk, what are you doing?
So you haven't had. Okay, so all right. How is the merchant looking?
Like he's bleeding out?
Like, has he? Okay. I'm going to hold my turn.
Oh, you're gonna hold?
Yep.
Alrighty, Mathis, give me a death save. Roll a 20.
15.
That's one good one. All right, Harry P, we're back to you. Harry P. You're holding Lilith.
I don't want to put myself in attack range.
Pick it up, boy. I said pick it up.
I just rolled it next to you. Close enough.
I'm auto-targeting you next.
I'm gonna move over here and try to save myself.
All right, give me that medicine check. He is still not stabilized.
And can I move my familiar? I'm not sure.
I consider the familiar almost like another character. So.
Not actually dependent on
Yep.
It's not like a.
Yeah, it doesn't affect your character like to move around.
And then I want it to try to perceive.
All right, give me your creature's perception.
Hold until it's your next turn, then you lose that.
Yep. I was actually gonna see if spider's actually in here. I don't see. Yeah, spider's in here. Perception. It has a passive of 10 and a wisdom of 0, so it's just whatever you roll.
I wasn't sure if it had a perception stat. I know it has web sense, but
Yeah.
I don't have web sense.
True.
Oh, 17!
17. All right. I want you to put this goblin. All right, where your spider is, diagonally that way. Perfect. All right, put this one right about here. And then the next one, put it 2 spaces, like right on the other side of your spider, basically. Not that far, not that far. Just 2 spaces. Come back. Right there. Put it down. Booyah.
I thought you were saying 2 spaces away
Yeah,
from
sorry,
the
no.
spider.
I'm in 2 spaces away from the goblin you just put down. So, yeah, your spider has alerted you to those 3 goblins.
Okay. Well, I've already used my action, so I can do it. But at least I know where they are.
You can
Yep.
shout.
I mean,
Lilith
I can't
shouting
use them.
won't triangulate them
I
for
was
you.
gonna say, I can't really tell you where they are.
Alrighty, so. Alright. Alright, the painted one. Move it behind the lizard. Alright, the bow one. Put it in front of the lizard. So that was and that one was 20, so that one we had a chance. That one. Move that one to the right outside of the woods. Yeah, right there. Alright, that one is going to attempt a short bow. Ranger, high or low? Nice. It's going to try and short bow the sorcerer. So it's going to miss the sorcerer horribly. An arrow flies past your head sorcerer. Now the one's fighting the lizard. The first one is going to be a pitiful 9. I know it misses. The other one is going to be a pitiful 13.
Miss. So when they try to take swings at me, I'm going to attack the painted one that came out first to attack me.
Give me damages.
So that is a 15 plus 4 to hit.
Tell me the actual number. I'm done.
15.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay, so I'm going to. So that attack is going to be 6 slashing damage, and then as a bonus action with Hungry Jaws, I'm going to use a bite on that same goblin.
Give me an attack roll.
That's an 11.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Right. He's small. You're not used to bending that much.
Okay.
Alrighty. The painted one is going to shift diagonally towards him as a player and like move around the lizard. Perfect. The bow one is going to shift diagonally that way. No, the bow one. It has a bow. Diagonally that way. And then you're going to get a reaction as it moves one into the there.
Nope, that's not going to hit.
And it fails at a stealth check. So anyone with a passive perception of 12 or higher can see the one with the bow.
Okay.
Can I still see it?
Because it just re-stealthed, no.
Because I don't. My passive perception is not higher than a 12.
Yeah, anybody with at least a 12 can see that one. All right, and the one that did shoot the arrow is going to hop back in. Also kind of a shitty one. Actually, not bad. The one with the axe goes into the woods and disappears. All right. It is now Ymir's turn. Oh, you never give me your reaction.
Huh?
Your reaction.
I did, and it missed.
Oh, it did? My bad. Okay. All right, which one? Alrighty, give me an attack roll. That is a critical. What you're gonna do is, your bow is normally what, a D8 plus 3, I believe. What you're gonna roll is 2D8 plus 3. Whenever you critical, you double whatever dice you would have rolled. So that's really nice.
That is really nice.
So yeah, so add that together and throw a 3 on top of it. 15. So slays the goblin. Yeah, he's the painted one. Painted one has fallen.
Means I have to find it.
All right, is that the rest of your turn?
Yes.
All right, Kepesk.
I'm going to attack a goblin in the woods with my glaive.
I'm assuming you have at least a 12% passive.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I just have to ask.
That's a natural 1.
That is a natural miss, unfortunately.
So with the bonus action then, I'm going to move
Bite him.
forward and bite him. Yeah.
Bite him.
And that's not much better, I don't think.
That's a 2.
That's a 2, yeah, so that's a miss.
Unfortunately, no.
I tripped over
Alrighty.
a branch.
Mathis, give me your death save.
It's okay.
That is a 2.
Oh, hand me the traitor. He just got rolled a 1 on his death save. The traitor's life has left his body.
We lost one.
Already,
The sorcerer go down too?
No, he just fell.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, they're all dying!
Harry P, it's your turn. You do not think what? What is your passive perception? All right, you can see him. Do acid splash. What's that?
It's a deck save.
All right, it makes its deck save, so I rolled a 20. Alrighty. Lilith, it's back to you.
I'm going to first trust her sleeve through my spider because my passive is 10.
Perfect. Roll it.
That's a 6.
Your spider does not see any goblins.
In that case, I'm gonna try to medicine. That's my favorite dice. I don't want to lose that. That's a 15.
15, what?
Medicine.
Alright, he is stabilized.
My spider will just stay. It's a distance.
Accidentally gets stuck on.
It's on the tree.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, that was Lilith, so it's bad guy's turn. Alright. The one in the woods is just going to attack you, like regularly. That will be a 19 to hit you.
That will hit, yes.
That will be 7 points of damage. And you will get a reaction as it attempts to run back into the woods.
Wow. No, that's not going to hit.
Unfortunately. Again, alright, move him like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like over here. Angle it. There you go. Anybody with a 12 or higher can still see him. The one with the X walks out of the woods. Yeah, there you go. And fires a bow at you. You're the one with the big spell thing, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Fires with it. That is 17 to hit you. Alrighty. That is 3 points of damage.
I'm like, I don't have a lot of hit points. I was nervous.
I'm going to die.
I have 7 hit points.
Alright, move him back in the woods and he disappears again.
Wizards, mate.
Alrighty, and that's the bad guys. Ymir. Unfortunately, with your 9, you cannot see him back there. Unless you were to use your action to look for him, and then at that point, you wouldn't be able to attack, unfortunately.
So, you could hold your turn and wait for them to attack somebody else.
That is true.
And when they do that, then you can take your turn and attack them.
Alright, yeah, that's probably the best bet. Kepesk.
All right, Capesk is
You
going
can still
to,
very clearly see it.
is going to pretty much dive into the woods. And let's see. 20, and I'm going to attack with my glaive first.
Alright, attack roll.
There we go. That's a lot better. So that's a 15 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me damage.
Nice. All right. That's 11 slashing damage.
You killed it. Handeth me the goblin.
All right, and then while it's going down, I guess I could attack it again with a bite attack.
I mean, it's already dead. I mean, if you really want to.
Yes, I'll attack it. I'll attack it with a bite attack. Does that
Already?
automatically hit? Or?
Yeah, it's gonna automatically hit 'cause it's dead.
Good. Awesome.
Alrighty. It is now whoever's next. Mathis.
I let my turn being unconscious.
Did somebody stabilize you though?
Yes.
Okay, so you're stabilized. Cool. Harry P. Adds a splash what? Alright, so you holding? Alrighty, Lilith.
First things first, I'm going to try to proceed through my skeleton.
Alrighty.
That's an 11.
You still do not see the goblin. You're gonna hold.
Or as soon as I see it.
Alrighty. Have the goblin step back out where he was last time. He's going to take a shot, this time at the traitor in the back. He's going to hit. And flip the traitor on the left upside down as he goes down. Now everybody who's been holding, if you're actually going to do something, now's the time to do it.
I'm going to do something.
I'll let him.
So then we're going to kind
I just noticed what shirt you're wearing and I approve of it. Natural 20, what were you doing again? Yeah, he's totally gonna be fine. Alrighty.
I'm going to angrily cast Witch Ball.
Alrighty. Also, give me your attack roll as well. Because you said you held as well. So go ahead and give me an attack roll. That unfortunately misses. So 1d, you hit, give me damage. Yes, plus 3.
So that's 5.
5. Unfortunately, the goblin is still standing, but he is incredibly bloody. All right, the goblin is going to attempt to dip back into the woods. And the goblin goes back into the woods and disappears. All right, Ymir, it's your turn again.
Well, I guess I'll go again.
Kepesque.
I'm going to move there, and then I'm going to hold my turn.
Alrighty. Mathis, you're still unconscious. Harry P. Here's your turn again. Alright. Lilith, what are you doing?
I'm going to first proceed through my spider as I always do. 11.
You do not see anything?
You gotta hold.
Alright. You guys all, while holding, you hold for much longer than a round. And you all pretty much come to the conclusion that the goblin ran away.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the goblin corpse that I killed that's back in the woods, and I'm going to drag it out.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to start using Cunning Artisan, and I'm going to turn the goblin corpse into a shield.
Alright, you do that. I'm assuming you have all the rules and everything for it?
Yes.
Alright, you do that while I figure out everyone's experience points.
It just takes a short rest.
I'm going to see. I'm going to look at the.
Well, wait. You're going to turn into a shield later then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to stop for an hour here. Okay, I'm going
to go to the other goblin and see if he has anything.
Alright, which one did you grab again?
The one that died back in the forest.
Okay, so I believe that one was attacking with a rusty sword. You went and went to the other one. I believe it was attacking with like a really crappy little axe.
I wasn't sure if it had gold or anything like that.
New.
I just yell over to you and I'm like, you can use this one too.
No, only use corpse I kill.
Did you not kill that?
I think he's counting the killing blow as if he
Killing
killed
blow,
him.
pretty much, yeah.
No, I thought he dealt.
No, I only dealt the killing blow to one of them.
Okay.
Look at those giants.
So I'm gonna have like a green
There
shield
we
with
go.
like the goblin's dead face, like
So
on the front of
there's
it.
Like full on like the Medusa shield.
Pretty
like, The golden age is over. You can call it the green age.
The green ages. I also plan to use it as an intimidation kind of thing. Like, this is what's going to happen to you.
You got to see a gun face on an eternal.
Face just kind of skewered in pain, just like.
This how many of you? 5 of you?
So,
I'm not going to listen to anything you say on short.
okay.
I'm doing math. Technically, you defeated the entire encounter, so I'm counting the one goblin that ran away.
He's going to come
All right.
back as like the
Everybody gets 60 experience points.
What is level 2?
300 total. All right, now that I'm no longer doing math, what were people about to say?
So, with the corpse of the goblin that I have, that I'm dragging...
You're making a shield out of?
After a short rest, but
Yeah.
I'm going to take some hemp and rope. I'm going to tie it to, like, my waist, and then I'm going to walk towards the dead merchant, and I'm going to basically pick up his giant bag and just hoist it on my back and be like, let's go.
All right.
Should we wait for people to wake up?
Oh, right. We should probably wait for them to wake up. Huh?
Because I don't think we have the manpower to carry everybody.
You guys could set up camp. You've been traveling for a day if you want to set up camp.
That's fine, yeah, you know. We'll do that. Well, never mind. I'll put the stuff back down and then...
All right, so everybody makes camp for the night. Are you doing a short rest or a long rest?
long rest, probably.
Long. Okay, everybody will be back at full. Because you're carrying the bag, the
We're
two...
going to do ships.
I'm just gonna say you guys did that normally. I'm just gonna skip through the night. All right.
I just didn't want us to get attacked in the middle of the night.
I understand, but I've already decided I wasn't gonna do that. I thought about it, but it would be too mean. The two merchants, seeing how you're carrying the bag for them, build like a kind of like a splint, not a splint, but like the thing that they carry bodies with. You know, like the weird body hammock.
Yeah.
And they're gonna carry their friend. So.
I'll help carry it.
Okay, perfect.
That was one of the backpack guys, right?
I have one of the backpacks.
All right. So the first day, the second day you guys are traveling, you don't come across anything. On the third day, I'm assuming you camp after the second day. On the third day, kind of early in the morning, you see another set of like merchants coming the opposite direction. Do you say anything to them as you meet up in the middle of the street, or
No reason.
if you keep going?
I just look at them and say, how do you do?
They tell you they're doing fine. They ask you how you're doing.
I'm doing good.
Okay,
Lost one merchant.
that's the business.
Gotta watch out for some goblins.
Guess we're not getting a bonus.
Good to know. We'll keep an eye out for goblins. All right, they go on their way. You guys go on yours. You arrive at a small sort of a small town out in the middle of the woods called Stone Point. I gotta think of towns off the top of my head. You come to Stone Point. It's a mining town. The merchants thank you for protecting them, and they give you the 150 gold that was agreed upon. And then, unless you try and stop them, they go off into the small
Which
town.
is 30 gold a person. Well, I just have as much gold as I need.
Now, this town isn't as good as Dragonstone, but there's still like a blacksmith and stables and that sort of stuff.
My top priority is he has 2 spells that I want, and so I need 100 gold.
Two spells are they? Not to take attention.
Detect, magic, and shield. I want to copy down those 2. Featherfall would be nice, and so would Long Strider, but I don't need them at the moment.
I usually take Featherfall because I know the one time I don't take it, the one time I'm going to need it.
I think I will only taken for their phone lines, and I never used it. And so I dropped it my next level.
I mean, it's better to have it, not use it, than not have it and need it. So,
Ready for next job. Next task.
Well, I guess that requires us heading back to town. Unless there are missions here.
Yeah, I was gonna.
We could say 30
If missions here.
If we're staying here for a little bit, let's try to get
all right. So you guys, what? Going to a tavern or?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, you go to a nice small tavern, called the Sandy Boot.
The Sandy Boot.
Sounds like a nice country town. And they probably serve like biscuits and gravy.
Definitely.
Boy.
It's a nice small tavern. It doesn't seem like it gets a lot of business. It's very small, but there's a couple like miners in there drinking. What are you guys doing?
Need work. Job available.
You just walk in there and say that?
Pretty much, yeah. My character's very literal.
One of the miners looks up. You any good at mining?
No.
Well, that's the most work we got.
So I'm gonna turn around to the rest of the group.
Leave for previous town.
Do you want to spend the night in this town? That's the real question. Essentially, we're just XP grinding until level 2.
Pretty.
No qualms.
The bartender like sees y'all and like waves you over to like the actual drinking spot.
Okay.
Well, hold on now, hold on. Y'all are an adventuring group, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we got trouble in the mines. Well, they're haunted.
what?
Ghosts. The kind that kill people. Why do you think I'm asking you?
I figured that. I was wondering if you had any more information on the ghost besides the kill people.
I'm a bartender. I hear there's ghost people. If you want to deal with that, we'll pay you handsomely.
We go now.
What's the money? Like, what are we talking?
Well, you see, like him and he goes over to one of the miners and they talk for a little bit. I mean, what about 93 gold? For all of you together.
My character is not that big on like money. He understands the value of it, but it's like it's not his primary concern.
To me, it's like, I'm like, I feel like I myself, like her because she's a wizard and a wizard that focuses on otherworldly beings.
Yeah.
She kind of is like, knows that ethereal creatures are hard to fight with weapons. And I'm like, I don't know if that's worth it at this moment. I mean, I'm not gonna metagame and say that I know what they'd be resistant to, but
I mean, you guys live in a world where these things exist, so it's possible that you have some knowledge that your weapons might not affect it.
or might not be as effective against.
Exactly.
Yo, lizard.
Because I don't really
Pulls out the,
Well,
the
the
long
two of
sword.
us would be fine.
Yeah, magic is always magic.
It's
Magical sword works on the ghost.
I believe so, because it's magical.
Fighting old spirit. Not good for trophies.
Man's got a point.
That'd be the only reason why my character really wouldn't want to fight them. This is like they don't make any trophies.
Maybe you could bottle like extra class or something like that.
That was my bad.
I don't know.
It's
if
upside
you
down.
Find value
Really?
in that.
Really?
Yeah, I can see the barcode.
Fine. There. You happy?
Thank you, sir.
You happy? Okay.
I am happier now.
Let's do the booth and we'll talk to them.
Okay.
Well, that's assuming they're really ghosts and not just like people dressing up in bed sheets.
Well, if you're dressing up, then you get trouble.
It is a job. You could do it, but
I mean, if they're just like people pulling a prank, you shouldn't just murder them.
They're killing people.
Would you be willing to increase the payment at all?
Well, now if you haggle, I might be willing to. What kind of payment are you asking for?
see, the thing is, what you 93 gold is a little low considering we don't really have the ideal resources to deal with it.
93 gold, that's a fortune.
Yes, but we just got paid 150 for just escorting somebody here.
Yeah, but I mean, like, listen, this mining town, I mean, we may be doing well, but like,
Do you have any?
Spirits, ghosts,
Would
make
you
no
happen to have
trophies.
any kind of silver equipment that we could use?
You have enough trophies.
maybe. I mean, you'd have to talk to the blacksmith about that.
Because if they'd be willing to just lend it to us, that would solve the problem. But that's a big if. His weapon would work fine, and then we're both mages, so we don't really have to worry about that. I don't know. You guys just call. What about if you rounded it? I for one, I like that number. So, what about if you rounded it out to 100?
Here in persuasion.
That's a 3.
Listen, this pot we put together with what me and the miners got. We don't really got much more than this.
That's fair, and I don't want to ruin your livelihood. We'll talk then.
All right.
Fine, we go deal with spirit things. Sooner done, sooner I get trophies.
Right, so there's a chance that there would be octopies in there, and that would make a very shiny
We'll see.
Ghost poop.
Ghost poop.
First, let's stop by and let's see if they have any silver buckets.
Yeah. Or if they'd be willing to silver some of our weapons so that we could deal with this ghost problem in there so that they can get more business.
All right. So you guys go to the
I'm pretty
blacksmith.
sure we wouldn't be able to afford to have all our weapons silvered. It's 100 gold per weapon.
Yep.
So, which we would only need 2 per, like, honestly. But, like, because it's like the 3 of us are fine, but it's still.
All right. So you go to the blacksmith. He's a really large and tall, red-headed man.
He's a man.
He's a man. He's a hairy man.
I was expecting the
You would have to
stereotypical
silver the
dwarf black.
arrows.
Yeah, 5 arrows, 10 arrows, or 10 pieces of ammunition.
What do you want?
We were asked to deal with if we could deal with this ghost problem you were having in the mine.
Right.
And so, we were wondering if you would be willing to lend us, if you have it on, lend us a silver weapon so that we can deal with this problem.
No. I can sell your weapons if you want me to, but I ain't lending nothing. What if you go off into the mines and die? I'm not going down there to get them back.
What about if you give it to us at a discount?
How much of a discount? Also give me persuasion. What do you say?
That's better. That's 18. I don't know.
Half the price, and when you come back, I get to keep the weapons.
Yes. If any of them break or we lose them, we get to keep the gold.
Give me persuasion.
That's honestly not a bad option for him, because either way he's getting something. He gets more if we work.
3/4 of the price.
3 what?
Half off for daggers, but for someone like that great sword, 3/4 the price. How are you going to bring back the ammunition?
It's an arrow. Arrows are over.
They break all the time.
How much you need?
I will give you 37 gold.
For 3/4, you need 75 gold total.
Yeah, but he also has one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He needs that much.
I thought he was saying total he
I
needed 37
have, I
gold.
have exactly 37 gold. So I throw my gold purse at you.
Alright, so you're going to get a silver greatsword, and if you survive, he gets to keep your greatsword.
I thought we were going to return the weapon. When we were done with them, we would get our gold back.
Yeah, you get the gold back, but he keeps your greatsword.
Yeah, the silver great sword, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
which is your greatsword, because he's about to silver it for you. He doesn't keep silver weapons on hand.
Then I'm going to be out of a weapon then.
Let's see, you would need another 25 to just have it silver. Would you be willing to do 80 just because having the mines back up in full operation would get you more materials so that you can make more money?
I mean, I'll give him
Yeah, well, for full price, I'll silver and you can keep it, yeah.
But because we're doing you a favor, would you be willing to do that for 80?
Persuasion. No, he said he'd give me the rest of the money.
If he's willing to give you the money and not me,
Alright, so
I'm still gonna need a weapon as well.
let's see, you use those, right? It's 100 gold per silver.
I've already given up all of my gold. Not all of my money, but all of my gold.
Well, it's 100 gold per 10 silver arrows. What?
Yeah, so it's 10 gold per arrow.
I could give you 22.
If you don't mind that, then
Could we do 5 silver arrows?
yeah, sure.
You do realize
Now-
by doing this adventure now, we are at a profit net loss, like big time.
Now, I'm questioning one thing. Because you guys are paying more, are you planning on keeping the weapons afterwards, or? Okay, that's what I was checking. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, you get 5 silver arrows, you get a silver greatsword.
Because I'm like, if we're keeping it,
Yeah.
who knows, we might encounter another ghost quest. At that point, we're ready for it, and so then we start making a net profit.
horse going on.
Also, I'm still up in gold compared to how I started today. So,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
at 17.
I'm very much way down.
I started the day at 10, and I'm at 17, so I'm still at a problem.
Can you clear the board for me? This one.
I like to spend everything that's still in my brain. It will be very useful if you ever run into a lot of things.
Thank you. Thank you. Won't fall over a million times. Good walk through. Draw. Thank you. Thank you. So we got about an hour.
Then again, I've kind of been up all day.
I get up at 5, go to school.
Yeah. I don't have to do that until next year, thank God.
I'm thankful I never had to literally save for like going to like doctor's appointments and travel. Because I was homeschooled, so I didn't.
Oh yeah, I'm currently homeschooled. When I start high school though, I'm gonna go back to public school.
And then when I did college, my college started at 8, so I could get up at 7 and get there in time. And then I would usually come home and take a nap. So, because I went to cosmetology school, so I usually didn't have homework.
Oh, and I do still plan on going to get my haircut by you. It's just I've not thought you wanted me to do it while I'm sick, so.
Yeah, that's preferred. That reminded me, I meant to hand out this.
Word. Alrighty. Super Saiyan.
One
Oh
for
my
you,
god!
one for you, and one for you. So I figured.
Thank you, thank you.
I keep them in my wallet. I also keep some at my work, and I keep some at my house.
All right. Everybody, if you start out where the green is. Whatever marching order you want.
Oh, right. Well,
Always got to be up one.
of course.
Love you guys have not yet tried to like use scouts yet.
Well, we have a scout, but she doesn't stand.
Well, she's a ranger. She's not necessarily a scout, because a scout is a type of
I was
ranger.
actually, now that you mentioned that, I was going to say I was going to go stealth and actually go
Yeah, if you want to go stealth, just say that you're doing it.
Alright, so yeah, I'm going to go stealth real quick.
Oh, and just so you know, this isn't the entire mines. It's just where they led you to where the specter's being seen.
Well, I figured the specter was probably haunting a specific part of the mine.
So that's
Yeah.
a 17 for stealth.
Already? 17. Already? You believe yourself to be like shadows.
And then I'm going to
I'm going to
move
attempt
forward
to
into the
stealth
cave.
as well, just because why not?
Okay. Pretty dark.
I would like to attempt to stealth as well, just because I am.
Now, this, particularly just this one, has no torches in it. I don't remember if lizard people have dark vision.
They do not, I don't think.
Okay. Okay.
She should.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's
So yeah,
the two of us.
anybody who doesn't have dark vision, you're gonna need like some form of light.
I'm going to use an action to cast Mage Armor.
Okay. No. So how are you seeing?
Since I don't see anything, I was
Yeah.
going to actually just move back to the group.
Okay, yeah. Because like back here, they still have torches and stuff. I will say, when you got forward, you did see light emanating from that room.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to try to skitter along the wall and then move
Alright.
over here.
All right, go ahead and stop there. Alright, you see a pool of water right there? That seems to be emanating light for some reason. Drink from it.
of youth.
Drink from it. The cursed fountain of youth. You turn into a baby.
I'm gonna move further into the room, and do I see anything else?
You can see very clearly in this room, but the pool seems to be emanating light.
All right. If that's the case, then I'm going to move back to the group,
Alrighty.
and I'm just gonna kind of pop out of the shadows, on stealth.
Next room, dark, cannot see. However, cave cavern, lead, light emanate from next room.
Well, if you guard, then I can see into that.
Small lake, emitting light. Strange.
Well, if you protect me, I can see into that next room.
Fine.
I'm gonna move forward like this.
And I will move directly in front of you.
I have dark vision, so I'm going to look into that.
That room seems to be, for the most part, you see like tools scattered about from where like they ran away, but you don't see like any actual like living things or any undead things.
All right.
You can just tell this is where they were when they ran
It's
away.
fairly clear. Are there any unlit torches?
Yeah, in that room there'll be unlit torches.
I believe I have a sword.
If you have Krista's team, I believe that can also work.
I do not. I have thaumaturgy. Which can do that as well, actually. So, thaumaturgy can do. So that's what I'll do. Is I'll grab one and I'll hand it to you, and I'll be like, here. And then I snap and it lights on fire.
Good. Can see now.
All right, so now that I have a torch, I'm going to walk into the middle of the room.
Alright, you also see like some loose like tools and everything from where it looks like people were working and they ran away for whatever reason.
All right. Then I'm going to take that torch and I'm going to stake it in the middle of the room.
Alright, here, draw it for me.
This is when we could use a grave cleric. Detect undead.
Draw where you stake it.
So I'm going to stake the fire, or the torch right there in the middle of the
Alrighty.
room.
Torches are 30, right? Or 30 feet?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
And then
Yeah, so that
Well,
would
I
fill
think
that
it's
entire
10,
room.
I think it's 10 feet of bright light and then 20 feet of dim light.
Yeah, well, anyways, anybody can see in this room now, perfectly fine.
All right, then I'm going to go follow. And then I'm going to move in here and then point at the lake, or the water that's glowing.
Ready?
I've never been walking good again.
Why not?
They're pretty much sacrificed.
No, it doesn't. It just means don't be a murder hobo. It just means don't be a murder hobo. You'll survive actually a lot longer in my campaigns the closer you get to lawful good. The further you get from lawful good, the more likely I am to kill you.
It's okay. You haven't
Just
done
don't
anything.
do bad things. The more bad you do, the more likely I get annoyed.
More like, don't do bad things and get caught.
No. Don't do bad things.
At least
Like-
you're not like my other friend that gets annoyed by you just metagaming your character really well and just knowing how your character's abilities work.
See, no, I just get really tired of murder hobos and loot whores. Like, I hate both those play styles. Like,
So is anyone other than me and the warlock going to go
No,
into this
loot
other
whores.
room and look at the lake?
that's racist.
And that's what I heard.
Just because they all got dragon sickness that one time.
I just completely heard you say dwarves, and so I was confused.
Listen, I'm not a Nazi, okay? All right, when you enter, place this on any of those four squares. When you enter, a humanoid shape of like light appears. Leave this mine.
Why?
Because it's under my protection.
Protecting what?
Protecting the mine. Humans come in and strip it of its minerals.
Do I recognize what it is?
It looks like a ghost.
Okay, well,
It might look like a specter,
It may or may not.
but it looks like a ghost. All right, don't forget your mini.
yeah.
Oh,
Next time
The
I
wizard's dead.
he drops dead from fright.
The wizard shanks you and leaves.
I'm level 15. I use teleport to safety.
If you do not leave, I shall make you leave.
So backup would be nice.
Probably after giving a look, probably come up a bit.
All right. At that point, I want everyone to roll initiatives.
Because Kapesk isn't backing down. Because he's here to kill the ghost spirit.
Still not higher than a 20, but I have to roll a 19 to get higher than a 20. So,
Who got above a 20? All right. Who got above a 15?
me, I got 17.
All right. Kevis, what'd you get?
12.
Mathis, what'd you get?
3.
Ymir, what'd you get?
I got so.
Oh, she got better than you. All right, Lilith, what are you doing? You see the spirit start to glow pretty intently.
Like, I see where this is going. I cast Witch Bolt.
All right, give me that attack roll.
That is a 17 to hit.
You hit. Give me damage.
I believe it's resistant to this. 3 points of lightning damage.
Alrighty.
And I am concentrating on it.
Gotcha. Is that going to do the rest for you? Ymir.
He's doing the unlimited power.
I love Witch Bolt so much. It's such a good spell.
No, I love it
Once you hit
too.
it once, it's just like D12.
All right, are you using a silver arrow?
And then when you get higher level.
All right, get an attack roll.
Okay, that's fine. That's 10.
10 will not, unfortunately, hit.
That's what I figured.
Alrighty. Kebisk.
Alright, I'm going to go forward. I can swim at my walk speed, so like.
It's not that deep.
Okay. Alright.
You're looking at like ankle deep right now.
Alright, and then I'm going to take out the longsword with shield, right? And then I'm going to attack it.
Alrighty, give me an attack roll.
So let's see. 17 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me your damage.
Alright, that is. That's 1d8, excuse me. That's 7 damage.
Alrighty.
With the holy longsword.
Alright.
Then I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to try it. I'm going to use the hungry jaws, and I'm
Give
going
me your
to,
attack roll.
Yep, gonna bite. So 13.
13 hits.
Okay,
Doing damage.
that is 8. 6. 3 damage. Excuse me, 3 damage piercing.
Okay.
Oh no, that's your.
You feel as if your teeth sink into something. It feels really weird. It feels kind of cold and wet. Doesn't really feel like meat. But you do feel like your teeth sink in. Is that it for your turn?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. The creature pushes into you and then swoops like a right angle. So, no, the other space. There you go. It swoops through you. So, you take like 1 force damage that moves through your body.
Okay.
It then attempts to like grab you. That will be a 21.
Yep, that'll hit.
And I apologize for this. Oh, that's 14 necrotic.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Did you not get hit points from your dodge?
Yeah, but I only get 2 temporary hit points from it. And it took.
Underestimated how much health. I thought you had like.
I have 12 hit points plus, the 2, and it took 1 away. So either way, I would have been down in 1 hit. So I'm down.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Please roll high.
Yes, that is 17.
Okay, you're not dead.
Yay!
Alrighty, Mathis.
I shall go up my blade and attack to slice it in two.
Alright, give me your attack roll. It does not, unfortunately. Lilith, I assume it's back to you.
I go like this and I damage it again with touch roll.
And keep on shocking, dude.
Sorry.
I just want to I just want to see it whether that's an action or not. Yeah, it's an action. Okay. But it means I don't have to roll. 7.
7.
Just doing the whole Palpatine thing in the back. Just
That's how I imagine.
As you kind of tighten your grip, you notice that it doesn't seem to be, the lightning doesn't seem to be hurting it as much as you think it should.
Right.
The specter seems like it's starting to almost like lose sort of like structure, but it seems to be trying to like fight your lightning almost. Ymir.
I attack with my longbow with the silver arrow.
Alright, give me that attack roll. 19 will hit. Give me damage.
I think it's resistant to every damaging spell that I have. It's not immune. So like
4. Right, it is still fighting to keep composure at this point, but it looks like it's really losing structure. Keves, give me a death save.
already.
Roll a 20.
Death save, and it goes behind the can. That's a 16.
You know, the one time I say, like, don't roll a 1, somebody rolls a 1. I say roll a 20 every time since then, and not a single person listens to me.
you should say don't roll a 20. Because you were saying don't roll a 1.
I'll try that from now on. But the thing is, I want them to roll a 20. I didn't want them to roll a 1. All right. Oh yeah, Lake Hebescover. All right. The specter tries to push through you. You take. Shit. You take 10 points of force damage as it moves through you.
What?
I think I rolled the minimum for you and the maximum for him somewhere. All right, so it's now on the opposite side of you.
Let's say they're going to be developing in the water.
So 15, 25. Move it all the way up to Lilith. You will get a reaction on it if you swing at it with your greatsword.
He does.
One better than I rolled. So there's a 9 hit.
New. Lilith, it attempts to grab you. It fails.
Yay!
Um,
Yay for me.
it goes to grab at you, but you're too what the fuck? So we're now to Mathis.
I'm going to use second wind in order to restore a bit of health.
Alright.
Move.
D10. Did I not get a D10? There it is. 6.
It's not bad. Better than nothing.
And I shall swing at it again.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
That's a natural 1.
Oh!
That unfortunately is a miss.
I'm going to look at my sword and be like, this bad did it all.
It totally throws the balance off from the blade. Lilith, we're back to you.
I just shouted at it. I'm like, you no longer have the connection to this planet. And I do more ritual damage.
Alright. 8. And with that, it freaks out and like almost just like shatters apart. And you just see like water just splash onto like all the surfaces around it.
I like to rush over to Casca this by attempt to stabilize him.
Alright, give me your medicine check.
I killed it.
Yeah, you killed it. My bad, I thought it was cleared up, sorry.
No, it's just because you didn't ask for the thing.
Rolled a 9.
I was like,
Oh. What'd you get?
9.
9. You are still technically bleeding out. Does anyone else want to try and save him?
I will.
Lizard man biology is hard. It's okay.
Does anyone have medicine as a skill?
No, but I rolled a 12.
Well, 12 will stabilize him though.
I can have the water before he drowns.
It's a good thing. I was thinking about that.
I could only hold my breath for 15 minutes. I'm just
Alright, because there were 4 of you, this is going to be really easy to do. Oh yeah, you each get 50 XP off that.
Woo! Excellent.
I'm at 215. I'm.
He said at 300.
Alright, if you hear me here, give me high or low real quick. Give me high or low again. Okay, unfortunately both your arrows that you pick up have been shattered. The silver is still good, but the arrow broke.
Take the silver.
I was gonna say I could probably do something with that. Like
If anybody has mending or anything.
I have mending.
Or if you just, I don't know, get somebody to remake the arrow. You can still put the tip back on it.
Hey, can you give me the pieces?
Well, no, I can't make arrow.
Well, you're also unconscious.
Can you
So.
give me the shattered pieces? If the shattered pieces are there, I cast mending.
Alright, you now have, you're back to all 5 arrows. So,
Oh, silver's always found in around, especially in front of where racks.
Finally had a use for mending. Jeez. Aside from cleaning my coat.
alright, so yeah, when you head back to the bar and everything, the miners are all really happy. They'll give you free drinks at that bar from now on.
Yay!
And you get 93 gold total. So,
Split between 4 people.
Yeah.
Well, 3 weeks after I began my gold for the people who came for my sword.
So that's 23
But that was
gold
to him.
coins apiece.
He was the one that.
Well, 23 point, 23
Oh,
and
they both
25.
did.
Yeah,
well, alright, so,
So that's 23 gold and like 25 silver pieces apiece. I think,
just a second.
right?
You said you're
If
going
we
to give,
divided it by 3, it's 31. If we were to divide it by 3, because he said he was going to give his to you.
Oh, okay.
yeah, how you guys divide it up is up to you. Just remember, like, what is it, like 100 silver and a gold and 100 copper and a silver? I believe.
All right. So 31 apiece then.
I want to say it's 10 copper and a silver, and 100 silver and a gold.
That
I
might
will
be.
give you back
10
10
silver
because you need something.
and the
I'll look back up just to make sure.
getting some gold.
I could have sworn it was 100.
At some point.
I was gonna
I wanted
say,
to say it was 10 between each.
yeah. I'll take.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was 100 until you get to platinum. I thought platinum was the weird one. And I don't even bother using the weird.
Electrum?
Yeah, I've never seen a single person use that one.
I've seen it used once.
Yeah.
he was asking me what it was earlier today. I'm like, yeah, it's not really one you see ever because people don't think of it.
I don't like it. It's not in the easy, like divisible by 10, so.
Yeah, because I want to say maybe it's even 5 weeks to gold or something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure.
It's in between silver and gold.
Well, whatever. I decided to go with the 31 pieces. The thing, it's a lot easier for math-wise.
I just want to check it just to make sure, because.
I had a friend who had all written down. Like she had a notebook that she had.
The problem is I have so many notebooks, I go through notebooks so quickly.
I don't take enough notes to go through.
Or I have a tendency to write my own campaigns. I know like the one that he plays in on Sunday, we're up to like 182 pages I've written, so.
He's almost done with the notebook.
I'm really hoping I can finish it in under 194. Because unfortunately I filled the back of it with notes. And so I don't see it. Could have sworn it was 100, 110. Okay. $143. Yeah, so whatever you guys are doing, like let me know.
Right then.
You staying here tonight partying or?
Go back to
yeah, Pesk isn't really one to party with soft skins.
Okay,
well, we would have rested first.
Copper,
yeah, definitely.
copper is 10 for silver, 100 for gold.
Yeah. And then 10 silvers.
And gold class. Yeah, so it's 10, 10, 10. It's just 10 straight across. My apologies.
It's all good. Most people don't use anything aside from gold. Anyway.
See, I only like doing it to annoy those people. I've seen so many people that are like, I use the gold standard, and then like they go into town, and like they've converted everything on their character sheet to gold. And they go into town and they like ask for a beer. I'm like, 1 copper, please. And to see them have to do the math brings me joy. I've actually seen them get grumpy and pay golds instead, just so they don't have to. Or people just start tabs, and they're just like, "Fine, I give them a gold. Then that's 100 beers. Yeah, it's my tab now."
I was gonna say, I was like, okay. here's
I would
one
just
copper.
be like, round for everyone.
Yep.
Which really would only be 1 round for everyone at like the yawning portal, where it's like 3 stories anyway.
Okay, so yeah, what are you guys doing for the night?
I guess we could stay at the end.
They give you free drinks.
Yeah.
Have some lovely wine. I'm that
All right, so yeah, it's morning time. Just like you said, you drank, right?
Oh, definitely.
Give me a Constitution save. Just for fun.
I know, right? 1.
You wake up in the tavern on the floor.
Okay.
You want me to roll though?
Yeah, I think you said you drank, so
Claus is an alcoholic.
every single one of your characters.
His last character was
11, you have a bit of a headache, but you wake up in a room. Did you drink heavily? No. Did you drink heavily? You are responsible party members. Okay. Everyone wakes up in the morning
He's
So-
a lizard. He doesn't know how to be responsible.
and sees the lizard like under a table.
I don't think anything of it. I'm like, maybe that's just
You never know.
I would just get up and probably just like have the table slide off my back very much.
So what's the plan, team?
Are we headed back?
Now that everyone's goddamn heroes.
Let's head back then. Yeah.
Where are you writing your XP down?
On experience points right here.
Cool. I just wanted to see where you guys were. Yeah, because I know you guys are probably the highest. So.
Because we didn't die.
Yeah.
And you've
we're
been
here
there
for the
since the
first
beginning, yeah. So. And your mom doesn't take you home early either. So.
He only missed 5.
Who missed what?
He
He
missed
only missed
50.
5 the first
Yeah, the first time he only missed 5. Unfortunately, he missed 50 from that. So, all right. So, what's the plan, everybody?
Let's walk back to the.
Back to the first town.
All right.
The Dragonstone City.
All right. It takes about 3 days to get home. On your second day, you feel as if you're being watched from the woods. Unless you stop, nothing attacks you or anything. You feel as if you're being watched. By the third day, the feeling kind of like lessens. But yeah.
All right.
You get back to the guild. The finely mustached man. Super happy to see y'all. Good job, heroes. You saved the kingdom. You slayed the monster.
Is this title?
Sure, it's just something I say.
That seems a little extreme. I don't know if we saved the kingdom.
So you slayed the monster, so save the kingdom. You represented the guild.
I was gonna say
You
technically.
represented the
speaking,
guild well.
I was gonna say technically speaking, we cleared out a quarry for like mining, which goes a long way in a kingdom. So
That's good. Hopefully you got paid for it.
We did.
That's very good.
Now, what is the deal with these chariots? Wait, not chariots, the caravan.
What do you mean?
Is that
Yeah, the mission's still there to investigate.
takes claw, pulls.
It's good to see go-getters like yourselves. You get home and you immediately take another one. You don't go back and drink. It's perfect.
we drank while we were there.
Ah,
But before we go, I'd like to figure out if we can go and buy a few things.
well, we have the guild shop just inside if you want. It's got most of what you might need.
Yeah, just looking at a few items.
Like potions, maybe.
I did not have enough gold for processing. Just some mulberries and a couple of fish.
Potions are expensive. They selling heal, basic healing potions.
How much do they sell in the book? 50 gold.
I just wasn't sure if they gave us a discount.
No, they don't give you a discount. They're all about making that money.
We're not cool enough yet for discounts.
This is like the real world. You only save money when you're in the top 1%.
The guy who sits in the tower, he gets a discount.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets them for free.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a few things then.
All right, if it's in the book, just take it from the book. You'll see the prices.
The A-rank heroes get a little bit of a discount. They get 5 gold shaved off the price.
Exactly. So, what time is it? It is 9 o'clock, so we got about 30 more minutes, maybe an hour if we stretched it. What is your plan for investigating the caravans?
Well, what is the exact details on this?
Well, as you guys have noticed in one of your past missions, caravans are getting attacked.
We did see a dead horse. They're possibly being attacked by the goblins.
It's quite possible. If you put a stop to those goblins, you'd get paid handsomely.
Kill goblin tribe. Make many trophies.
It'd be a little tricky to kill an entire tribe. I don't know how many they
Well, if you put a stop to it, there'll be a good 100 gold here waiting for you. I might even put a little cherry on top if you bring back, proof of what you did.
Like this. Pulls out the shield with the goblin's face, like etched into the front.
Similar, yeah. I was thinking ears might be easier to carry, but I mean,
No, this one I'm keeping. This pizza's making me hungry.
mine not eating is making me hungry. Actually, not really.
Well, then let's go.
Go back to pathway. Find trail. Goblins.
Anybody have survival?
I do.
I do. We all have survival.
Oh my god!
Quadruple advantage.
Just throw 4 dice. Just, ugh.
No.
Okay.
Seeing as how all 4 of you have it, I
have
will
a
allow
+2.
2 people to roll with advantage.
Mine is a plus.
I have a +2 as well.
So I'll roll for. Well,
What did you say, +1? Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. You have a negative in wisdom. That's right.
so you mind if I borrow this? I'll roll one set if somebody else wants to roll the other. For sure. We'll go with yours.
16.
16. So, where exactly were you guys searching for? Because that road is about 3 days long, so
Well, my guess is
Pick a
first
day.
we would probably try to find a caravan that has been attacked, and then follow a trail leading away from that caravan.
Yeah, or at least about where
and
we
see, that's why you got advantage. Okay, so you spend. Let's see. You spend about a day searching. You find an old battered caravan. Actually, like you find an old battered caravan that looks like it's been dragged into the woods somewhere. With your 16, you can even tell traps, like not traps, tracks is what I tried to say. You can even tell tracks that lead into the deeper into the woods.
I guess we follow.
Definitely, yeah. I'll go stealth and I can scout ahead.
Ranger, do you have your favored terrain at all yet, or not?
Yeah, grassland.
Grassland, okay. I just was wondering. All right, so
Thieves.
or then I just read
I'm your favorite enemy. No, just kidding. I'm considered a humanoid.
That's an 18 on stealth.
alrighty. Give me 1 second. It's an 18, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll say with all 4 of you having survival, I think that's the first time that's ever happened. I'm gonna say you guys are able to follow the tracks into the woods. You find after a while it leads into a very well walked sort of dirt path. That sounds like it leads off towards the river.
Does anyone speak Goblin?
No.
I speak Dwarvish.
So I'm gonna get down on all 4s with the stealth, and I'm gonna scout forward.
Okay. Further, as you get up close to base where the river is, you notice you see. Give me a perception check.
That is a 14.
Okay. You come across a small camp. You notice there's about 6 goblins out front, surrounding about a fire. You notice there is actually another caravan, or actually more of a wagon, that looks like it's been dragged all the way back here. There's a pretty big cage on said wagon. Unfortunately, you'd have to get much closer to get a better view. You think you see possibly a cave back behind them.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the group.
6 goblins ahead in a camp. Front of cave. 1 wagon has cage. Don't know if there's anything inside said cage.
Did you hear any sound from it?
You didn't get close enough.
Did not get close enough. Can go back.
How many goblins?
6.
If we take them by the surprise, we may be able to deal significant damage.
I'm still like trying to stay stealth. By the way, I'm like still like in the bushes and like.
Yeah, but you have alerted yourself to your group, so.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. So would I have to re-roll if I were to go back?
If you're going back, I want to make you re-roll.
Okay.
Just because you have left the area, so it's a new object coming back in.
Gotcha. All right.
So, and I'm actually going to draw the map for that one. Because hopefully your teammates are going to be closer than super far away.
Three maps in one day.
I want you to know I'm mostly winging it today.
That's perfectly fine.
Better than I would.
Well, I've run enough that I have just like random like ideas in my head that I'm just like, let's throw them through this encounter. Like I thought of the Spectre one, literally just like, well, as you guys were about to leave the bar, I was just like, Spectre in the mind. I almost made it a sprite that was just like toying with people, but I was like, no, let's use Spectre.
Aren't sprites like harder to kill?
They're harder to hit, easier to kill. Their biggest problem is they can like transform and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're more like woodland, so I decided to.
Because they're big.
Yeah.
It's easy to see how a Spectre would haunt a mine.
Yeah.
That compared to a sprite, because like somebody could have died in the mine.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a wicked
fire right
idea
there.
if one of the goblins is like near the river.
This is going to be the wagon. I'll say that is the key. In case anyone's wondering. No, it looks like a wagon. Going to put goblins around. There's 3 right there. I need more goblins. We'll use kobolds. Kobolds.
And beyond.
No, I would not.
I love fighting kobold goblins.
No. One is a dragon. The other one is a small, like, lumpy
In
green
this
thing.
edition.
Oh yeah, they're technically brown in 5e.
Well, in 5th edition, they are considered like draconic.
Yeah, but I was talking
in
about goblins.
previous edition, kobolds were other things. There was one where they were like rat people. They changed it. The one consensus is that they're low level.
Yeah.
That's basically the only thing that's in common in every edition.
Except for that one random kind, they were probably the most powerful enemy in existence.
Never.
I don't think that's
But there are no goblins out.
Hence why I'm of the opinion that kobolds are
See, I've never really used kobolds that much. But I'm not a big dungeon guy, and kobolds tend to stick more to dungeons. I'm more of a goblin guy just because they tend to be towards
Or if you're
forests.
running a dragon-focused campaign,
Yeah.
like Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Alright, this is how I'm going to work it. If you're on the path or inside, it's normal movement. If you are off the path, you're considered in the forest. Because this forest is dense, it's going to be difficult terrain.
I was gonna say, is there a river that runs by the?
Yeah.
Ah, dang it! All right.
Yeah, there's your river. So yeah, so that's the path that you found. If you move in the woods, you're gonna have to do a double movement.
Okay. I'm gonna go stealth.
Alrighty, give me that stealth check.
So that's an 11 on my stealth.
Ready? Give me 1 second. You said 11, right?
Yep.
It's 6 goblins, so
Don't be stealthy this time.
alrighty. You still believe yourself to be hidden from view, though.
Oh, of course.
Put yourself on the map, though.
I'm hidden.
Also,
I
drag the
can't
map
stand,
further
like,
out so I can see the whole thing.
Like, in the one that I'm
Keep
running,
going.
like, people...
There you go. Make sure you're on the
Like,
map.
I
now.
had people roll for stealth, and then, like, after they rolled, they're like, so am I stealth? And I'm like,
Note that you cannot sneak down that path.
you think you're stealth.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just gonna say, if you walk down that path, you're gonna give yourself a -10
gotcha.
stealth.
All right. So
That is an open path right there.
all right, gotcha. So I'm gonna be to the side of the path then.
Right. That's for like any warrior that wants to charge.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
I don't know where we're like starting at. That's why I'm just kind of like
Yeah,
putting him
on
the
this
board.
side.
Okay.
On this side.
I'm gonna stealth as well.
Alrighty.
That's a 9.
You don't think yourself to be like the stealthiest, but you still feel like you're hidden right now.
Like I'm a ninja. Snap. Twigs.
Alright, what about
Like,
the
my
other two?
robes are getting caught on things. And I'm like,
Are you going to sneak in or what with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. It's 16 total.
my
Awesome.
heavy winter coat.
Go ahead and put yourself on the map somewhere around them, wherever you want to be. Perfect. And what about you? Are you going to sneak in with them?
Karen's gonna look down at his chainmail, look up, and look at his chainmail. Just have range and what until they hear something to charge.
All right, just out of range will be the first row right there. So he's gonna do the charge option probably. Alrighty. So are you gonna? Let's go ahead and do this initiative-wise, so that'll be easier. So I can do like turns and stuff.
I'm really good on my initiative today.
Alrighty. Anybody above 20? What'd you get?
16.
Anybody get above a 16? All right. What'd you get?
14.
All right. Anybody get above 14? What'd you get? 12. What'd you get? 8.
You're not like there's somebody else in there.
It's okay though.
All right.
I honestly
Lilith.
prefer to be one of the last characters.
Remember that it's
that way I know
you're like half speed when you're in the woods. Remember?
Going first when I'm a frontline character.
Alrighty. That's a ranger.
That's 120 feet. So I can hit anybody from here with that spell. I'm gonna hold.
All right. Lilith is holding Kepesk.
Okay. I'm gonna move there, and then I'm going to prepare a dodge action
Okay.
since I can't really move. So, just in case they see me.
I mean, you always could do a double movement if you want to do.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Ymir. Hold. Okay. All right. The goblins seem to be just doing goblin-y things. They're possibly eating something or someone. You don't know. Mathis. All right, Lilith.
I
10 rounds later, we're all holding.
20. I'm gonna hold.
All right.
My
Yeah,
thing is,
but-
is I'm waiting for everybody to be in position.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get into position
Yeah,
first.
that's
All right, Kebesk.
All right. So is this coming out of the forest?
Yeah, you'd be partially out of the forest at that point.
Okay. Actually, I will stay right there, and I'm going to also prepare a dodge.
Okay. Ymir.
I'm just trying to get into an ample position is all.
All right. The painted one. You hear him like call out, and the painted one and the arrow both fire shots at you.
Okay.
Which arrow?
The painted one and the one holding the arrow up in the air.
The moment I get a chance, I'm holding and charging.
All right. Let me do my thing first.
I didn't see his bow. I thought he was holding like a club or something.
165. All right, we're gonna do the one holding the arrow first. That is going to miss you because it's gonna be, I think, 11. The painted one, you're looking at a 14 and a 15 to hit you.
Nope.
All right. The one with the arrow actually fired an arrow. The painted one actually throws 2 small javelins at you. All right, and now all the other ones are going to try and immediately perceive what they're attacking. And the one by the cage matches with your eyes. The other ones all seem like they're still looking around. Yeah. All right, now go ahead and do your charge because you said you were charging. Technically, yeah, it's your turn now.
I move up. Is this guy here or here?
I can't see that close, so push them into one of them. I don't care.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'll move here then. And last shot this one.
Alrighty.
I'm going to release my action.
Alrighty. 13 will not hit.
At that, I'm going to release my action and cast Magic Missile.
Alright, do that.
I'm going to fire all 3 of them at the same target, which will be this one.
It's always nice to have some artillery.
He takes 12 points of damage.
Who does? Point it out for me, sorry. Alrighty. Alright, that one, take him off the field for me.
Woo! One shot with Magic Missile.
Alrighty. Because you ran in, you can tell the thing in the wagon is trying to get free. You can tell it's like bashing around inside the cage right now.
I see what it is, or
No, you're too busy in combat right now to really look into it. Like if you decide to use your an action to perceive it, yeah. But right now it's blocked from view. Lilith, was that your turn or was that your
That
hold?
was my held action.
All right, now do your turn.
So I'm going to then. What is the range on that? 12, 16. I think. I'm going to cast acid splash.
All right, so he has to make a
He has
dex,
to make a
right?
dex save.
Already. I'm pretty sure he failed. He got an 8, so he failed.
Actually, I can choose 2 creatures. So I'm going to choose that.
All right. I had an 8 and a 10, so I'm pretty sure they both failed. All right.
They both take 6 points of acid damage.
Already.
How much max damage do you take?
They're both standing, but the one with the arrow is bloody. Already. Kepisk. Remember, Ymir, you are holding. So remember, you technically are holding.
Yeah, so you can take
So
your
if-
action
yeah.
now if you want.
If you want to go ahead and take a shot, you can. Okay.
Otherwise, he would be actually.
So I guess I will. I'm gonna go ahead and
Alrighty. Give me an attack roll. 21 will definitely hit. Give me damage.
Darn.
Also, I'm assuming you're using normal arrows on this thing.
yes.
You're using silver arrows or just lucky upside down?
9.
Alright, take that one off the field. Alrighty. Now it's your turn.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
Well, they don't have any tricks here.
Yeah, that's true. They're not jumping in and out. So.
So I'm going to attack the goblin in front of me with my longsword.
Alrighty.
Where
It's
did I?
under the back.
It's under the book, isn't it? Yep. All right. So that is 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel my throat starting to die on me.
So that's 8 damage.
Take him off the field.
And then I'm going to move in his spot.
Alright.
With my bonus action, I'm going to use a bite attack on the goblin that's directly in front of me.
Alright, the one with the X.
So
That's probably going to be
22? Yeah.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. Give me 1 second. That's 3 damage.
He's still standing.
mainly for the 2 hit points.
Yeah, pretty much.
The goblin.
It's more for me than it is for the goblin.
Probably not good. Probably that old chicken.
I don't
So
care.
good to him.
It's fine to me.
Yeah, he probably likes it. Alrighty, so now it is Ymir's turn.
Taste like soft skin.
Alrighty, give me an attack roll. 13. That will miss, unfortunately. Alright, so now it is bad guys' turns.
Burgers.
Alright,
Yes, I did just say burgers.
take the one with the arrow, move him diagonally that way. Alright. The axe one, move him one to the left, my left. And then have the painted one take over where the axe one was. Alrighty. Fortunately, I did not have any minis to really represent this one very well. So I'm going to be using the closest thing I got.
Well, then describe what it is.
The one holding the arrow, he's not actually holding an arrow, grabs what looks like an old piton and rips open the cage, and a small black bear comes out of the cage. So, all right.
Anyone have animal
I was
handling?
expecting some kind of wolf, to be honest.
I
Like,
was expecting something either a lot worse or.
All right. The axe one's going to attack you. That's a 14.
Nope.
All right. The painted one is going to attack you. They're both 20s. Not criticals, but dirty 20s.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I was like,
All right. He slashed at you with a scimitar. First time, 8 damage. Follow up, 3 damage.
okay.
Right. Now, he sees... High or low?
You said the first one was 8 damage, right?
is it
Yeah.
a trained bear?
Okay,
Does he know the goblins are his
move the
ally?
bear towards the human fighter. There you go.
I'm guessing that's a yes.
You don't know. Stats. Gotta look up black bear stats. So I don't mess anything up. Black bear, there we go. Alright. The black bear is going to bite at you once and then claw at you. His claw is going to be a 9, which I know misses. Unfortunately, his bite is a critical.
That's gonna hit.
So,
No, I'm just like,
so you get 11 damage from its bite as it latches a hold of you.
Okay, I have 1 HP left.
Alrighty. After that, it is Mathis's turn.
Second win.
That's smart, yeah.
Okay, 5. Better than nothing.
Always look on the bright side.
I look at the bear, look pissed, and attempt to bring my sword down and chop off his head.
Alright, give me an attack.
Well, an 18 hit.
Definitely. Give me damage.
See how this is a little scary. 12 damage.
12. It is still standing, but it is bloody, and like your sword cuts deep into its shoulder. You can tell it's not going to be able to take many more of those. It is now Lilith's turn.
The bear seems pretty threatening, so I'm going to point at it and I'm going to cast Chill Touch on him.
No.
That is a 18 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me damage.
Eight points of necrotic.
Alright, as your sword is cutting into it, you feel as if its flesh starts to just fall apart as your necrotic damage just eats away at the bear and it just dies right there on the spot.
And I see my rod, like, guarded that weapon and made it.
I mean, its flesh doesn't literally rot. It just feels.
There's still enough bear to do something with.
Yeah, bears are good for shooting.
Essentially, I was ripping the soul out of it.
That works.
Alrighty, who's next? Kepesk.
alrighty. I'm going to attack the painted goblin with my
Alright.
longsword. And that is a 15 to hit.
Painted goblin. Let me get back to the goblin page. Whoa, that is a miss.
Oh, wow. All right, and then with my next attack, I'm going to do a bite on the goblin with the axe.
Alrighty, give me an attack roll.
That's crooked. Hold on, let me do that again.
Was it crooked?
Yes.
I believe you.
That's a 20 to hit.
That's definitely gonna hit.
All right, now let's do the bite. That's five piercing damage.
Alright, remove him from the field.
I ate a goblin.
You bite his head off.
Pretty much.
Go full Ozzy Osbourne on him. Alright, Ymir. Alrighty, roll high. 17 hits. Give me damage. Six. As the arrow sinks in, you see he looks like he's starting to get bloodied. Already, as the bad guys, alright, move the arrow one. He can move 30. Try and get him on the other side of the painted one. Perfect. Alrighty, Kepesk. The one with the
Get
arrow
those pack tactics, boy.
is going to attack you. Actually, no, goblins don't have pack tactics.
Oh, they don't?
That's a kobold thing. There's a whole other reason why I'm doing it. 21 to hit you.
Yes.
Alright, it's going to stab at you with a sharpened blade for 4 damage.
Oh boy.
Alright, now move the painted one forward.
I'm
He's
at,
going to take one swing. Wait, what?
I'm at 1 HP.
Okay, he's going to take one swing at you and one swing at you. The swing at Kepesk is going to miss. The swing at Mathis is also going to miss.
Woo! We're still alive!
It is now Mathis's turn.
Fighters for the win!
I'm just gonna grin that painted one and then bring my sword down on its head.
Give me an attack roll.
Natural 20! This thing is dead.
Alright, before you give me damage, you see a grin strike across his face. I want you to flip the two goblins.
Sorry. That's great.
Either way, though.
And that's why he was trying to keep one close by at all times.
The other goblin's probably like, what the right before he gets his head split in half.
I love that about goblin bosses. If there's one within reach, they just trade places.
14 damage.
Alright, you killed Arrow.
Do I cleave it in two?
If that is what you wish, you cleaveth in twoeth.
Because I got crit. I'm saying I cleaved it in two.
Alright, Lilith. The painted is still in the fight.
I reach out my arms as the bolts of light come out, and I'm going to cast magic missile on him.
Alright, give me that damage. Nine. That is. He is still standing, but he is very bloody right now, and quite bruised, most likely. Kepesk.
Alright, I'm going to attack the goblin with my long soul.
Already.
My loins.
With my loins! No, it's, let's see. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, awesome. That is 10 slashing.
Already, he is dead. How do you want to kill him?
I'm going to take the longsword and I'm going to run him through. And then while he's like stuck on my longsword, I'm just gonna like bite his head off.
Very nice, very nice.
Then I'm gonna spit the head out because we need proof, right?
Did we recognize Avery Goblin's here as the one that might survive?
No, you're racist. They all look the same dude. Yeah, you can say one of the goblins was him.
I go for one that ran away and, well,
You believe one of them was him.
one I believe was him. I put her until there's one by sometimes like oh, that I spit on it.
Alright, everyone watches as the man you met a few days ago does that.
Alright, so the two goblins that I killed.
And you question his sanity.
The two goblins that I killed, I'm going to go ahead and cut their ears off.
Already?
And then I'm going to take the 50 feet of hemp and rope and I'm going to tie them to my waists.
Perfect. Alright, everybody is going to get 138 XP.
That levels me up.
So 130.
Alright, so you both are leveled. What are you two sitting at? 248. 248, okay.
Can I see the player's hand?
Now, it is 9:36. Unfortunately, my voice feels like it's failing me. I have been sick for a while. You can tell at the cave, if anybody investigates the cave, you can tell that it does go deep into the mountain. That is going to be where the adventure takes off next Wednesday.
Awesome. Excellent. Ah. I have nearly doubled in points. Oh, thank
That
goodness.
sometimes happens.
Thank God.
Yeah, I read it.
I wonder how he got out.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you for coming out. I'll most likely see one or both of you next week.
You'll at least be seeing me. You'll probably see her, maybe.
Alrighty. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I could give myself some chainmail because I did not, when I created them, I didn't bother with a lot of the story.
What I like to do is
I just
basically
made
get
him
some
playable.
Unfortunately, you're out in the woods right now, so you can't really shop.
Yeah.
So when you get back to town, you totes can.
Oh, totes and the goats, man.
I'm gonna get to learn 2 spells. Except I don't think all of these are on the wizard spell list.
I don't.
So let me look.
Oh, see, I completely forgot I had second wind.
Yeah, second wind is.
I forgot you were even a fighter.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
In my head, you're like a barbarian.
Right?
And you're just like, why hasn't he raged yet?
Yeah, he kind of seemed like
Well,
he's just
I'm
keep
not
fighting people.
questioning you because there's one person in my other campaign that I'm
Here, are
in
these back?
Oh,
that
thank you,
is a
sir.
barbarian, and she didn't realize that she could rage until level 7.
Oh, wow. Those are yours, sorry.
Listen, I've played with a barbarian who refused to use like reckless attack because it gave people advantage against her, and then also was too scared whenever she was raged that she was going to need it
Have a good
later. So she like legit did not even like act like a barbarian.
Let's see. I need to remember second wind because, like,
Write it in capital letters.
I know.
Basic rules. What am I doing?
Because I was like, oh yeah, he's a fighter because he's using second wind, and it never occurred to me like I'm also a fighter, so I can use
See,
second
I was
wind.
confused because I thought that fighters got second wind at second level, so I was a little confused.
No, I think it's action surge.
It's the first level. You get a fighting style and second wind. The second level is the action surge.
Which is the good one.
Well, second wind scales with your level. Gives you a bonus based on your level.
So I have a lot of choices for my bonus action now. I can either bite people to get the temporary hit points, use second wind to get more hit points, or do
Use
another
action
attack.
surge to use your weapon again.
So that's nice.
Right.
Can't wait for martial archetype. I have to figure out which.
Protection.
Is it protection?
That's one I always go with. I always like.
Oh, that's a fighting. That's a fighting style.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah, I chose great.
Oh, you're talking about like your level 3 shit. I
Yeah.
got you.
I went with great weapon fighting, so that way I could re-roll my terrible glaive roll.
I like
damage
protection.
rolls.
You stack enough little things, you can get your armor class over 20, and then you like never get hit. I think my Goblin Paladin, when I was playing him, I got him up to like a natural of 23.
Awesome.
And it's like he also had like a spell to raise it up to like 25 if you wanted to. I'm just
Does
like,
20
yeah.
hit you? No.
Seeing your GM get angry because he can't hit you it's amusing sometimes. As a GM who can't hit players, I understand the frustration,
Right?
but
Every time I DM, I can't hit anybody.
but I also know as a player how good it felt to just never get hit. To like stare like demons in the face.
It'd be like, what?
Yeah, basically. Especially because like whereas a goblin, I always joke that I was 2'13". So it's like I am 3'1", staring like demigods in the face, just like what?
What are you doing?
Do something. I'm a starter monster. Like, most people kill me in one hit. You've been going at me for how many rounds?
So
I
like,
now
what's
have 12 hit points.
is like 600 XP for level 3?
Let me look it up. I believe I wrote it down, just because I'm pretty sure I wrote it down somewhere. Might be in the notebook. Might be in the other notebook.
Okay, now I can prepare.
I'm so happy.
I know I wrote it down somewhere. It's in the player's handbook. I wish I had like written down because it's one of the things that's always like a pain to find.
I have a good balance of ritual spells and regular spells, so I don't have to worry about changing what spells I have prepared.
It's 900 for level 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took Unseen Servant and False Life.
Nice.
That's my spells. I always feel like False Life is the most underused spell.
Yeah.
It has saved my life so many times when I was playing my Warlock.
The way I'm going to do it is once people hit like 5th level, they're basically just going to stop gaining experience points until I might be able to get permission to run anything higher than 5th. Because I really don't want to be stuck at first. I like low level, I really do. But I don't really like the idea of getting stuck there.
For me, like 5th level is when things start to get super fun.
Yeah. Right. See, I don't really like.
Well, that's around the time everybody starts understanding how to play the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I don't want to do like
Unless
the
you're,
top
like,
tier stuff, but
I understand. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like.
I know that plays the same character and everything.
I wouldn't mind going, like taking you guys like. Probably.
If you liked what you've seen, consider giving us a follow so you'll know the next time we go live. Connect with us on our Facebook and Twitter. Links are located down below. And check out our website, capefeargames.com, for all your gaming needs. Until next time, thanks for watching.